Hey there, all you cool, epic, and awesome fans, followers, and listeners. Welcome to episode 70 of the Cool, Epic, Awesome podcast. My name is Matt, and I'll be your co-host today.
And I'm your other co-host, Joe.
And on episode 70 today, we have one pretty huge release, which is a Minecraft movie, which we'll be getting into. Chicken Jockey, you know what I'm saying, all that. We'll talk about the theater experience for that one for sure. And then the other movie we saw in theaters this week was Warfare, which I think was a pretty pleasant surprise for both of us.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say pleasant.
No, definitely not a pleasant viewing, but, you know.
Yeah. But, yeah, and then Joe, last episode, recommended Possession, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, before we get started, Joe, you have any life updates for us, and how you been doing? How's everything?
Doing pretty good. I don't know where this came from. You know, planning trips. What?
We got to talk more about ourselves on here a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
The fans got to know us on a more personal level.
I feel like if you guys have been listening, you know I travel a lot. And I'm actually I'm going to Mexico City in a month. But then end of September, I'm actually trying to go to China, which is I could literally start a podcast just on the process of getting a visa there. It's this whole fucking, you know. But that's pretty much been occupying most of my time is trying to get this visa. But what about you? How's your day to day?
And same old, working that 9 to 5,
Yeah.
just a cog, corporate America, you know.
Yeah. For those that don't know, Matthew's an engineer and I'm a nurse. We both work.
So, I mean, the goal would be to be full-time podcasters, obviously. Toss everything to the side, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. So, But yeah, besides that, you know, got the guitar over there. I've been trying to learn a little bit more. But yeah, you know, just been going out on the weekends as a young person does. It's catching up to me a little bit, though, I gotta say.
Well, you got a trip planned soon, actually.
Yeah, I'll be going to California in June. So that should be fun.
Any of our fans want to meet up with Matt?
Yeah, we could do some meet and greets or something. Any of our Cali fans. But yeah, I'll be in San Fran, down to Yosemite, so hit the national park, and then to Sequoia, which is more national park stuff, like hiking. Napa Valley, wine tour.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara, Santa Monica, San Diego. Hit the zoo to end the trip. Will be nice. But yeah, that's really it. In terms of what I've been watching, I have a couple TV. I don't usually watch TV, but I've been watching White Lotus. I caught up on season 3, which is obviously people have been talking about it. I don't know if you know anything. I'm sure you've seen the posts about it
and whatnot.
But I won't talk too much about the finale, but I was a little bit underwhelmed with it. I don't want to get into spoilers in case you decide to watch it. But yeah.
I've actually been watching a show, too. I forgot to tell you that. It's called Catch-22.
I feel like I've heard of it.
It's this military show, but the cast is so stacked. George Clooney directs a lot of the episodes. Him, it's Christopher Abbott's the main guy in it. Who's the guy who plays the guy who plays House from the show?
Yeah, I forget his name.
He's in it. Kyle Chandler's in it.
It's a pretty good cast. Yeah.
Who's the guy? Oh, Louis Pullman, the guy who plays Sentry's in it. So I was
I like Christopher Abbott a lot.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's the lead in it. But
what the hell was that?
I don't know. It's outside. Yeah. Now he jumped up.
I just started Normal People. I don't know if you've heard of that show.
Yeah, that's the one with
Paul Mescal,
right? Yeah.
Daisy Edgar Jones. Pretty good so far. It's 12 episodes. They're only 30 minutes each, so I think I'm up to episode 4. So maybe by next week, next episode I'll finish it and I'll be heartbroken, but we'll see. But anyways, I guess we could get into the first movie, which is a Minecraft movie. And I'm a huge Minecraft fan, for those of you who don't know. I used to play all the time with my friends, growing up and in high school, even in college. And I can't even lie, after watching the movie, we started a new world, and I've been playing a lot recently, so that's been fun. But I'll read the little synopsis here. So, be there and be square. Great tagline.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
4 misfits find themselves struggling with ordinary problems when they are suddenly pulled through a mysterious portal into the overworld, a bizarre cubic wonderland that thrives on imagination. To get back home, they'll have to master this world while embarking on a magical quest with an unexpected expert crafter, Steve. So, as you guys are probably aware, this movie is huge. It's absolutely massive, and the main reason why is kind of a meme trend that's been going around at theaters. I'm sure you guys have seen the videos of the chicken jockey reactions.
Insane chicken jockeys.
My theater was not like that. I don't know,
it was mine.
because I saw it on a Thursday night, and it was kind of like before that trend really started. I would say there wasn't really many claps, but during the big kind of like I Am Steve, like chicken jockey, people were like laughing and maybe made a comment, but it wasn't insane like bringing a live chicken.
No, I didn't have any theater experience like that. My friends went like on a Friday night the week after release, and like their theater was sold out, and they like, I mean, people react. I mean, no one was throwing popcorn and shit, but like people were like reacting. They said,
yeah. What do you think overall about this reaction? Like, do you think it's a positive, negative?
I mean, like if people are cheering and stuff, it's fine, but like when you start kind of like fucking up the people working at the theater's day by like throwing popcorn all over the place, it's like, all right, like chill out a little. Like this, you know, like I don't care, like people going nuts and screaming is fine, but like you like like getting the place all disgusting is like you're kind of being an asshole.
I don't even mind like the popcorn. I mean, it can be excessive. Like, I don't know if you saw that video of the guy that brought in like legitimately like this big. I can't really, like a huge,
like a
maybe like
large
10-gallon thing of popcorn and just launched it as soon as they said chicken jockey. Maybe that's a little excessive. I've seen someone throw an icy at the screen. People brought like it they threw an icy at the screen, and there's like a giant blue stain on the screen like through the rest of the movie. I've seen they've set off like fireworks. I don't know if actual fireworks, but like those confetti cannons in the theater.
Oh yeah, I've seen the confetti cannons.
Obviously the live chicken. That stuff, all right. Like then you're doing too much at that point. Yeah. I saw someone have like a popcorn bucket filled with water, and then when he threw the water bucket, he was like water bucket release and like launched the water over the theater.
Just so stupid. I feel like there was but even like Endgame and like Barbenheimer, there was never anything like this where like people were throwing shit at the screen and like you know what I mean? Even the Mario movie too.
The closest thing is Minions, when like
when they dress up in the suits.
Yeah, but that wasn't that excessive. I saw like a couple videos where people were standing by the screen and like dancing in the suits, but nothing.
Yeah,
like this is actually getting out of hand, man.
Yeah,
it's like hard because it's so funny, but like it is fucked up.
It is, yeah.
You know,
for like the theater employees and whatnot. I mean, so I feel like me and Matthew have kind of different takes on the movie because I didn't really grow up playing Minecraft. I don't know, I never really was into it. So a lot of like the references and things, like obviously you understood a little bit more than I did. I remember you said that mansion that they have to go to is like something that's in the game that I kind of just thought that was like a random.
Yeah, so basically in Minecraft, how it works is like you spawn into a world and it just is like a naturally generated. It's random, like different biomes and creatures and whatever. And there's certain structures that have a rare chance of spawning in your world. So it's an infinite world. It's like the more you travel, it never ends. It like consistently just keeps generating more and more like structures, biomes, whatever. So in the movie they go to like a woodland mansion, it's like a very rare chance of spawning when you create a world. So like even that part of the plot, it's not like it's just some random place they have to go to, a random MacGuffin. Like it's an actual thing from the game, which is something that I appreciated. And pretty much it's like if you're a Minecraft fan, it's completely faithful. The only thing that's added in that's not in the game is one, there's like a couple things that they craft, like that tater tot launcher or whatever. That's obviously not in the game. And then the main villain, which that's kind of like my problem with one of my problems with the movie. Is in Minecraft, there's a bunch of villains. There's a bunch of bosses. There's the Ender Dragon, the Wither.
Do they show the Wither in it or no?
No, they don't show the Wither. What the fuck is the other one? There's another one.
You know better than me.
The Warden. And they decide to like make the villain just this random made up character called like Malgosha.
Yeah, she's like a sorceress or something.
Yeah, those piglins are real from the game. But, like, you have these bosses that are cool and they're fun to fight in the game. I thought it would have been a good idea to maybe use one of those as the villains. Or maybe Herobrine, if they were feeling up to it.
You think in the sequel because they already announced the sequel. For people that aren't familiar with the box office. I think it's already at what, 600 million.
Yeah, it's got to be close. It's definitely past 500 by now.
So it's a pretty decent chance of hitting $1 billion. So they already said the sequel's like a top priority. Do you think they'll include some of those like villains you're alluding
Definitely.
to?
I feel like that's been a pretty common complaint. And also, like, where do you go from here? I feel like the main goal is going to be the Ender Dragon, because in Minecraft, it's like, it's not really a story. It's kind of just a free roam, do whatever you want. But the main goal is to beat the Ender Dragon, like get to the end. You know how they go to the Nether?
Yeah.
In the movie, there's like different, like land. Not I don't want to say lands, but like realities, I guess, that you could go to. One of them is the Nether, so you go through a Nether portal to go there. Like when he says flint and steel and lights the portal, that's actually how you do it in the game. You have to like build that portal out of obsidian blocks, and then use flint and steel and light it on fire, and then you go through, and then you go to the Nether. There's another place called the End, which is where you fight the Ender Dragon. When you beat the Ender Dragon in the game, like the credits roll. That is like the end all be all of Minecraft, pretty much. So I feel like that's where they're gonna want to take the franchise eventually. Yeah. I don't know if they'll wait till the third movie to do it, maybe, because I feel like they're gonna have confidence in the second one, where they're gonna be like, all right, we're gonna make this a trilogy. You know, so they might wait. But
yeah, I feel like they'll if that's like you're describing it as like kind of the Thanos of the Minecraft world, it makes sense that they would wait. And you said they have a bunch of other villains that haven't even used that, so.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know if you know anything about Herobrine or not.
I know you said it's not actually like it's like not a real thing in the game. It's just like a made up.
Yeah, it's really interesting because like if you ask any Minecraft lover, like if you say the name Herobrine, they'll like shudder. He's scary. But it basically all started with like a fake post that this guy made and he was like, "Oh, I've been seeing like this strange character follow me around, and it looks like exactly like Steve, except he has white eyes." And the guy would post like screenshots of him in the background, and people like believed it because this was back in the day where the internet, you know, wasn't what it is now. Yeah. And people just believe shit without like doing any research. But it became such a big thing that like even Minecraft has acknowledged it. Every time they put out a new update, at the end of like all the list of things they add, it says Herobrine was removed. Even though he's he was never in the game to begin with. They just like it's like a little Easter egg. But they actually reference him in the movie. Yeah.
With the you said with the eye thing, right?
In the scene with the Enderman, where I sound like such a fucking nerd right now, bro. I know like every Minecraft thing. But the scene with the Enderman, when like in the game basically, like if you look into their eyes, they attack you. If you look down, they won't bother you. Okay. So when whatever the fuck the kid's name is.
We didn't even talk about the movie.
When he looks him in the eye, it shows like messed up versions of all his friends, and they all have purple eyes. But when it shows Steve, he has white eyes, which is like Herobrine. Yeah. But the director was like, "Oh, we had to include that because we couldn't finish the VFX. We didn't have enough time, bro." That's such bullshit. Yeah. Like bro, how would you not have time to like?
They're probably just saying that just to kind of like.
I think it's kind of like to feed into that thing of like, not even though Herobrine's not official, kind of like acknowledging it. Yeah. It seems like, you know, just a fun little thing. I don't think they would ever actually use him, but
they might. You never know.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm like nerding out about you're good. Fucking craft.
So in terms of the actual movie, not the best. I mean, like, okay, so for a Minecraft movie, like, this is like pretty much what I expected it to be. Like, I didn't picture it being any better or any worse. I don't know why it's getting so ripped apart in like the review. I mean, like, it's not good, but like, what? I don't know. I was talking about this with you. I feel like it's on par with like the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I think Mario's better.
Yeah, but it's not that far off.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because for me, when I came out of the theater, I was like, if you don't know Minecraft, you're gonna hate this movie, because pretty much the entire movie is just Steve or Jack Black as Steve saying a Minecraft item in a funny voice and like looking at the camera, and that's literally like 80% of the movie. Yeah. So like if you don't know what any of these things are, you're like, okay, and that's it, you know. Yeah. So like if you're not a Minecraft lover, I was like, dude, this might be the worst movie ever made. That's why when you came out of it and you were like, oh, I like it. I was like, what? Or like, not
Like
that you like it, but you didn't think it was horrible.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
not. I don't know. Well, I'll also say the VFX are like very, very good. All the like the way they like make the I don't know, I guess life forms or whatever in
Yeah,
Minecraft look
the term is mobs.
mobs.
Any living Minecraft
All right,
creature
all right.
entity is called
Let's calm down a
is,
little bit.
is
Buddy.
called a mob.
All right, a
Just so you
mob.
know.
So all the mobs look like very. I don't know, like because I feel like it's hard to like transition that kind of like structure into real life, like the square. I don't know, but
Yeah,
they did it well.
yeah.
It looked good.
Yeah, I know. I heard Jared Hess, who was the director, who I think in hindsight, great choice,
Yeah.
especially considering the product we got. He said that they tried out different like styles, but they went with a more kind of very lifelike look to them. They look
Yeah.
very like living. Like I don't know how
Yeah.
to explain it, but you know what I'm talking about. Because
Yeah.
they could have went with a more definitely like set blocky kind of look.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to make them look more like living, which
They
I
move,
think-
yeah, like they don't move like how I guess their shape would like make you assume they move because they're all like kind of squared up, so you'd think they kind of I don't
Yeah.
know, walk like toy soldiers or something like that. But
That's how they walk in the game.
yeah, yeah.
But
And also the physical sets were cool. They built like all the trees and stuff. Like a lot of that was physical sets. So
you want to hear something interesting though?
yeah,
That would have been horrible. I didn't know this, but I was looking into like some of the behind the scenes stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Sean Levy was going to direct this at one point.
really?
That would have been horrible, dude.
I mean, no, he did the Adam Project. That's like kind of a similar adventure tone.
He also did Free Guy though.
Yeah. Hey, you used to love Free Guy. I was the one that fucking. I
You used to
loved
love
but-
it.
No, I feel like you liked it, and then
Me?
I was like, I remember you were watching it one time, and I was like, yeah, it's like a shittier Ready Player One. And you're like, oh
Bro,
yeah.
that doesn't mean I loved it, bro.
I feel like I changed your mind on it. Like you were like thought it was pretty good in the beginning, and then I was like,
I don't know if that one comment was enough to change my mind. I think my mind was pretty set on that. But yeah, but I will say, like you mentioned before, people are kind of dogging on the movie a little bit. Like all the love for it seems to be ironic, but I think people have to give this movie more credit. You know, it definitely knows exactly what it is.
yeah,
Like it doesn't take itself seriously at all. Like for example, first we mine, then we craft. Let's Minecraft, bro. That is like such a self-referential. Like they know exactly
Yeah.
what they're doing. It's not like a bad line of dialogue. Like knowing Jared Hess, and he made Napoleon Dynamite. It's the same.
There's definitely like I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No, go ahead.
there's like you can feel there's like kind of a Napoleon Dynamite type of energy to the movie with some of the jokes.
Yeah,
Like Jason Momoa's character is literally like Uncle Rico. It's the same type of character, like the overly confident, like fucking loser.
yeah,
You know,
definitely similar. Except he acknowledges that by the end instead of
Yeah,
Uncle Rico
yeah.
never does.
Never acknowledges it. But yeah, honestly, like
You know what's funny? The guy who
like
played
after because like after what?
Wait, I think we're like super delayed here. I don't know what just happened. Hold on.
You good?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right, I think we're back. Sorry.
Alright.
Yeah, it
What
just
were you
got really delayed. No, the guy who plays Uncle Rico is also in the new season of White Lotus randomly.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that somewhere.
That was just a random thing.
Um,
What were you saying?
well-
Sorry. It just that whole
I was
that
trying to
like
remember.
fucking mix up thing caught me off guard.
something about what?
You were saying how Jason Momoa was like an Uncle Rico type.
Yeah, like the overly confident, like past
Yeah.
his prime type of character. But you're right. In this one, he learns a lesson, and Napoleon, you know.
Yeah, but just like that line, first let's mine, then let's craft. It's kind of
Yeah.
like when people make fun of movies like Marvel movies, like, oh, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like that type of thing in a movie, or like, Poor Things, Distract Kang. Like those stupid lines of that. Like that's exactly what that line is, and they know that's what it is. It's not like a stupid line that is bad writing. Like they know exactly what the movie is. And I think a lot of people it's just going over their head and they're like, "Oh, this movie sucks." Like whatever.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
you know, it's very self-referential.
Yeah, if you're familiar with like obviously this director's most famous movie, like you can tell this is I don't know. Like I feel like it's to me it feels pretty obvious that it's like it's supposed to be like you know ridiculous.
Yeah. It's supposed to, bro. Also, another thing,
It's
the beginning of the movie, like while they're in the real world, there's a lot of stuff that it's like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like what? Like, for example, like there was one part where I forget the little brother's name, but he makes like a jetpack and then it flies out of control.
oh yeah.
And, like, hits like the mascot of a potato chip company. The mascot like falls off into the river, and it's just like, dude, like what the fuck is going on? This is supposed to be a Minecraft movie.
I thought that was fine. That was like maybe 5 minutes of plot.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like they should have jumped into the world a little quicker.
little
There was
more.
there was a little bit too much just
Like
waiting.
setting
We were,
up the-
like
yeah.
waiting to meet Steve, pretty much.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess. What do you think of Jack Black as Steve?
I think he's fine. Like I feel like he works. Like I don't know. He's like his line delivery obviously is really good,
Yeah,
but
like chicken jockey.
chicken jockey.
Yeah.
You know. Do you think they knew that was gonna be like a
No,
no?
dude, like a chicken jockey is just like, that's also a thing in Minecraft, but it's like
Yeah.
insanely rare to spawn. There's like a small chance that a zombie can spawn in as a baby, and then an even smaller chance that the baby will be riding a chicken. So it's like such a random thing. They probably just threw it in as like a, whatever.
Yeah.
But bro, it's like it's huge, and there's actually no reason for it. Like the "I am Steve" line is honestly, that would have made more sense for people
Yeah.
to freak out. But it's just like one of those things,
Yeah.
It's just one of those things, man. What did you think of the villagers?
I thought they were like I don't know fine. I don't like. I feel like my opinion doesn't really matter because I don't like. I'm not
Well,
familiar. With, you know.
Yeah, they exist in game, obviously. That's
Yeah.
like there's a chance a village could spawn and then villagers live there and they trade with you. So they kind of tried to incorporate that in a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like they took like they did their research with the game and they
Yeah,
wasn't like this originally going to be a Netflix movie.
I don't know. I don't know if I heard that. I know another guy who was supposed to direct was the guy from It's Always Sunny.
I
forgot his
did see
name.
that. Yeah.
But it was like a completely different movie.
Yeah.
I think, and honestly, that probably would have been a better movie. There was
That's the
concept
one
art
where,
from
like,
it.
Yeah, with like Steve is like actually like
Yeah, he's
pixelated
actually
almost.
like a character from that world. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about them making Steve a human who went to the Minecraft world. He's supposed to.
I mean, I feel like it makes sense because the villagers look so different compared to him.
Yeah, I guess, but like in the games, like Steve is he's a character. Like he's blocky himself. But also, like, how would they do that in live action? You really can't.
Yeah.
Like, not someone you could take seriously. I mean, the villagers were just played for laughs. They actually look pretty good, honestly.
No, all the visual effects are great.
Yeah. There's also that Jennifer Coolidge subplot. I thought that was really funny.
Oh, with her hitting the villager
Yeah.
and then going out to dinner. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the villagers in the game. They just, like, make that noise. Jeez.
Yeah.
Dog barking. So what about Jason Momoa? He was actually good. I didn't expect it as, like, him in a comedic role.
I kind of,
You know?
like, it would have been interesting. Because there's a world where, like, they reverse the roles and, like, he plays Steve and Jack Black plays, like, the gamer who kind of never recovered
Jesus,
from
bro,
winning that.
fucking dog, man.
Yeah.
It's coming up on both of our... Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
You know, like, that would have been interesting to see if they, like, switched it.
Yeah, the Jack Black announcement when it first got, like, the trailer came out and they're like, oh, Jack Black's going to play Steve. I really didn't like it because...
You wanted,
I wanted, like, a more kind of Glenn Powell type as a
Yeah.
Steve. Like a jacked, kind of badass character. Because Steve is supposed to be, like, the goated Minecraft player. He's, like, a miner.
Yeah.
He gets all the diamonds and, like...
He's a miner.
He
loves
slays,
mining.
He loves mining. He slays the Ender Dragon, all that stuff. So it's like they were playing him for jokes, but he's supposed to be this kind of powerful, like, expert, But I think within the direction that they ended up taking the movie, I think Jack Black really works because it was really funny, just like him being goofy, and that them making Steve into that, it worked.
Yeah, because I feel like in that world, if they made him, like, super serious, I feel like it would have felt, like, weird. Because just even them in the Nether and everything, like I don't know, when the villains, like, talk to them, it's supposed to be, like, comedic.
Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, you know when he's in jail and, like, what's her name? Genosha? What the fuck?
I said it before, but I forgot. Malgosha.
Malgosha, not Genosha. She's like, oh, you have to go to the real world, and like they have like the two pigs like holding him like this, like it just like imagine like it was like it was Glenn Powell like jacked, and like she's like you have to go to the real world, and he's like he's trying to like act a serious like acting moment where I feel like it wouldn't have worked.
Yeah, because that's why I said like the direction that they decided to take the movie, I think it does work for Jack Black. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Jack Black, man. His recent stuff, I don't know, but
what
he has won me over.
What's that one he was in? Satan Claus or something, where like the kid writes the letter to the devil. Yeah,
I mean he was Bowser. Also, I forgot about that. Two big ass video game adaptations.
Yeah, and then that's what's crazy is like Minecraft will probably come out 27, Minecraft 2. Yeah. And then Super Mario comes out next year.
Yeah.
And then there's a decent chance that 3 comes out 28 if it does well.
Memaybe. We'll see.
He's got a pretty booked schedule.
Yeah. Jack B. I guess we could talk about that post-credit scene a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
the introduction of Alex.
I didn't even stay for it because I wouldn't have even understood what it was anyway, but yep, apparently that's the female character in the series. You said her name's Alex?
Yeah, so basically like when you play Minecraft, you can choose to play as Steve, or you can, if you want to play as a girl, it's this character Alex. And she just has like a green shirt and orange hair. So it shows like the back of her, and she's talking to Steve, and she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm Alex, by the way." And he's like, "Oh, Alex, nice to meet you." And it cuts to black. So it's just like that. It's literally like a glup shitto kind of thing where they just like say the name, they jingle the keys, and they say the character's name. But I think it's funny. But I like how they didn't reveal the actress yet.
Yeah, because they probably haven't. I feel like who would you want to play her?
I don't know. I feel like it should be more of kind of like a badass to sort of level out Steve.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're probably gonna do that because Hollywood loves their badass leading women.
You know who I think would be a good pick, actually?
Who?
The girl who plays Gamora. She's in Jumanji.
Oh, you mean Nebula?
Yeah, no, sorry, Nebula, yeah.
Karen Gillan?
Yeah.
Yeah, she would be a good pick.
She's worked with Jack Black before.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a good choice.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney?
Imagine.
Alex? No, it'd have to be someone in Jack Black's age range. I feel like they might go for a comedic actress. Maybe like a Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, like... I don't even... Do you think Kristen Wiig would even do it? I mean... It's not an animated thing. It's like you gotta be on... I don't know.
So why not? Why wouldn't you do it?
I don't know why. I don't like...
She was Cheetah.
Yeah, that's true.
That was another WB. But...
That was much
seeing worse. Seeing how that movie went, she might not want to work with that.
Imagine like 3 years ago I told you that the sequel to Wonder Woman was going to be worse than a Minecraft movie.
Yeah. I would have not believed you, bro. But, did you have a favorite scene?
Yeah, I was going to say it's kind of hard not to say chicken jockey. It's like an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, but the scene itself is like... I mean, it's funny. But
yeah, it's funny, but...
It's not that good. Like, it's just... The way that he says it and like his face,
yeah, I don't know.
It's literally like burned into my mind.
But what's funny is like I like how they're all playing because the scene before they're all like playing the instruments, like dancing down there.
Oh yeah,
and then it just cuts and they're all like in a boxing ring and they're tied. Yeah. And Jack Black's like tied up.
That scene was
to the death.
Yeah, that was mad stupid. Like they're like, oh, we have an idea, and they're just cuts and they're playing fucking instruments. Yeah. But I feel like that's like the Jared Hess kind of thing where it's bad on purpose. It has to be. He has to have the self-awareness to know that, you know.
No,
maybe I'm giving him too much credit. But
no, I agree with you. Like I think that's part of the reason why I like it. It's a lot smarter than people are giving it credit for.
Yeah. I also now that you mentioned the chicken jockey again, I forget that after Jack Black does like the jump to like block the chicken jockey from hitting Jason Momoa. Yeah. And like I liked a lot of what they did with like Steve's sort of physical humor. Like at the beginning of the movie when they're going through the montage of him discovering the world of Minecraft, when he meets the dog and they do like that fetch scene where he flies through the air, just catches it in his mouth. And then like the chicken jockey when he jumps and defends Jason Momoa's character, just like him flying through the air. just because of how Jack Black is
Yeah.
built. It's so stupid looking.
Yeah.
But
Even when he fights like the creepers and everything, like I don't know, the fight scenes are like funny because it's like he just like shoves them. He doesn't even like punch them and stuff.
yeah,
Well,
that's not accurate to Minecraft lore though, because you need a weapon. Like zombies would
can't
actually
just-
destroy you if you
can't
use your
just
fists.
punch him.
I mean, you
No.
can, but it would take mad long to kill them, and if there was swarming on him, he
No.
wouldn't make it. So
Alright.
this. What do you think was more accurate, a Minecraft movie or Warfare? They're both
I've only
very
experienced Minecraft, so I can only really base that one.
yeah, they're both very historically accurate.
Both,
You know,
yeah, they're both very accurate. Ironically,
yeah. Favorite character?
I think it has to be Steve.
Yeah, it's got to be Steve. It's gotta
Although
be
I did enjoy what's her name? That girl from Peacemaker. I like her and everything she's in.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying they treated the female characters poorly in this movie. Like they didn't really give them enough to do, and
Honestly, that's a fair criticism.
yeah, it mainly is just Jason Momoa and
Jason
Jack Black
Momoa and Jack
just
Black,
like
yeah.
fucking around for 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Like,
it's
what do
funny.
they do during that? Like, they just go missing. Like when they go to the mine to get all the diamonds and shit.
Oh, those two characters?
Yeah.
They do something. Don't they like kill a bunch of skeletons or something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but like, they find the wolf.
Oh yeah,
But they're
yeah,
like
Dennis.
that's just like wandering around.
Yeah.
But
Did you?
I didn't even
What do you think of
about
like
that.
the musical stuff?
I thought the music was good. Oh, like the singing
Yeah, like lava,
felt a little
like lava
forced.
chicken.
That felt
the
like a
Dennis
studio
song.
put in. Like
Yeah.
because they probably saw Peaches and were like, oh, we gotta have our Peaches.
Yeah, it's pretty like popular, the song too. It's like a
The lava
huge
chicken?
TikTok audio
Really?
now. Yeah. I mean, I know you don't have TikTok. You're too cool for it and everything, but
Well, no, I can't. It's not even that. I can't download phones on my. I can't download apps on my phone anymore.
why? No storage?
No, it's like because it's Dad's old phone. Like his old card that's expired is like locked on the account, and I can't get it off. So like it's just like
Damn.
won't let me. Yeah, this phone. I'm gonna have to probably get a new one soon.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to bite that bullet right now. Anyway, you want to get to ratings?
Yeah, we can get to ratings. So for a Minecraft movie, I kind of went back and forth on this one. It was really going between a 3 and a 3.5 for me, which I know probably sounds pretty high for this movie, but I ended up settling on a 3. I didn't want to get too ahead of myself with the 3.5 because it's not a great movie. It's
No.
really not. I mean, the plot is very standard, very by the books. And although, yes, it's self-aware, I do think people aren't giving it enough credit for how smart it actually is, which sounds
Yeah.
insane to say that it's smart because it's stupid. But
No, but I feel like you
You
have
know.
to have like a level of understanding.
yeah, I mean, bro, it's ironic that like the guy who made this made Napoleon Dynamite. Like
Yeah.
that's all you need to know. If you look at this movie through that lens, then you're like, okay, it's actually genius, you know.
The tots.
But yeah, the tater tots, that was a reference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I settled on a 3. You know, I
Yeah.
really appreciated the what's it called? I really
theater
appreciated.
experience.
Well, no, not because I went to a fucking empty-ish theater. I appreciated how accurate it was to the games.
The game, yeah.
To the game. They'll not games. They'll never make Minecraft 2.
Oh, there's no Minecraft too.
Nah, they'll
Nah.
never. They'll add circles. What do you think about that? Spherical craft.
They're gonna add circles.
No.
Oh, I was like, what the
Kidding.
fuck?
No, but yeah. I mean, I appreciate how faithful it is to the game, and a lot of those references I understood because I grew up with Minecraft. So
Yeah.
like little things, you know, flint and steel. Like I know what flint and steel is, so I'm like, all right, that's cool. You know,
They
like
jiggled
little
the
shit
keys
like
in
that.
front of you. You
Yeah,
fell for
they're
it.
yeah. So that's kind of where my respect for the movie comes in.
Yeah.
So not horrible. I think it's pretty fine. It's a high 3, high 3-star.
So I gave it 2.5. So I gave it 5 stars. I think it's okay. Like Matt said, it's I didn't play Minecraft growing up, so I didn't enjoy this probably as much as a lot of you guys did. But it's fine. I think it's like Matt said again. It's a lot smarter than people are giving it credit for, even though it's not really per se a smart movie. But overall, pretty enjoyable. Like I don't know, it's all right.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible. We'll see where they go with the sequel. But
Yeah. But
all right, so now in a complete tonal shift, we're gonna talk about the film Warfare. You good?
Yeah. I was just fixing something. All right, let me pull up.
Yeah, make sure you're centered, Joe. Just. You heard me, Joe?
Yeah. There's no feedback, right?
No.
All right.
Yeah, just make sure your body's in the center of the frame.
Yeah.
So that I can TikTok.
That's good?
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, so Warfare was directed by Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza, which, for those who don't know, this story is based off of his experience. So everything is based on memory. A platoon of American Navy SEALs on a surveillance mission gone wrong in insurgent territory, a boots-on-the-ground story of modern warfare and brotherhood, told in real time and based on the memory of people who lived it. So honestly, I'm not a big war movie fan at all. Like, I really don't enjoy them. And this kind of, even before this came out, people were like, oh, this is like war propaganda. Like, people were saying it's like romanticizing war. So I was kind of like, we'll see how this goes. But like, we quickly find out this is not romanticized war at all. It's supposed to, it doesn't really get into the politics of the war. It's strictly just following this mission that all these soldiers are on. There's about maybe 12 or like 14 people in total, I think.
Yeah, I'd say somewhat. In the first group or both combined?
That first group. There's probably like 12.
Probably a little
10,
less. Maybe like 10.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The cast is fucking stacked. It's like one of the best casts of this year.
Yeah, just all young, up-and-coming talent.
Yeah.
You know?
Like,
so
even like
Will
the people
Poulter, Joseph Quinn,
who's that? Hold on, I'm gonna pull DeFaro one. The guy who plays Ray Mendoza. It's like DeFaro Woon.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, he's got like Joseph Quinn, Kit Connor.
Yeah, Kit Connor.
Noah Centino.
Who's the guy who plays Elliot? Something Elliot.
Cosmo Jarvis.
Yeah, him. He was great. I'm familiar with him in a couple things. He was.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out where he was from.
He's in Alto Nights. I don't know if.
Oh, he is.
Did you watch that or no?
No, not yet.
Yeah, he's in Alto Nights. He's in Lady Macbeth, which I've seen.
He's gonna be on the Odyssey. It says.
Yeah, he's gonna be in the Odyssey.
Oh, he's the dude from Shogun.
Yeah, I heard he was in Shogun, but I never.
He's
watched
like the lead. He's like the lead in Shogun.
Really?
Yeah.
How? Isn't it?
It follows like a. I forgot where he's supposed to be from.
He's not Japanese though.
No, I know, but the story's about a guy, like he's in Japan. He's watching basically the Japanese, like all the countries unite and become the nation of Japan. But he's like from another country. I forgot. Oh, he says he's from It says mysterious European ship found. Yeah, he like washes up on the shore of Japan, and they kind of like take him in.
Yeah,
but he was great. I wasn't familiar like with. I mean, I was, but I don't know. I didn't know where I knew him from, but he was really good. Quinn was like fucking. Oh my god, dude! Like that was probably his best performance.
Yeah,
in anything.
I would say so. He was chilling, really.
Yeah.
Especially when we get into more of the story and what it happens to his character. Such a convincing performance and really like horrifying. Honestly,
like you mentioned it. Excuse me. You mentioned it before, but like we were saying how he's just like popping up in everything, but every time he just proves why he's in everything.
Yeah. I know people like, especially with this Beatles casting, like, oh, they're only going.
I forgot it. Yeah, he's gonna be a Beatle too. Actors and everything, but obviously he got big from Stranger Things. But everything he's been in since he's given great performances. Quiet Place, Gladiator, he was great. Now this, really great. I thought, what's his face? Will Poulter was good. Yeah.
Who else?
Charles Melton was good in it, but he was only in it for
Melton.
like 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's in it towards the end. I mean, he's in the beginning. I remember seeing him, but yeah, he kind of is part of that. No, you're good. You need to get some water.
Nah, I'm like just fucking like mad, like dry and hot in here.
Yeah, no, bro. When you turn the fan on, it's mad loud.
I know. I'm like I'm trying to get it like in the middle, so it's not like fucking blasting, but it's
Do what you got to do, bro. technical difficulties. But
Also, I really appreciated it has a degree of almost body horror to the movie, with a lot of the gore and some of the ways people die and stuff like that. And it felt, I mean, obviously I'm not in the military, so I have zero, but the medical stuff that they did, like what they did in the movie, seemed pretty accurate to like normal medical practice.
I mean, yeah, you're a nurse, dude. You would know. I'm sure, and you work in the ER, so I'm sure maybe not to that extent. I'm sure you haven't had to deal with
people walking in and getting blown up by IEDs, but
yeah, but I don't know if any of those went off on Staten Island quite yet, but yeah, I'm sure you've had to deal with like similar injuries, and the way that they treat them is pretty interesting. I know you mentioned because they talk about like giving him morphine.
Yeah,
you were saying that you were confused why they weren't doing it sooner.
Yeah, like I was. Because it's probably because they're not like medical people, so it's not like the first thing that they think of. But like usually, like when someone has an extreme injury like that, you got to get them pain medicine, just one to calm them down. Because like if they're screaming, you can't really do anything to them, and just for like their benefit as well. But that is pretty accurate. Like they would give morphine in those situations.
Yeah. I really, and I'm going to keep going back to this, but I really, really enjoyed, well, I don't even want to say enjoyed, but I guess respected how they really stuck to that accuracy and that realism. And I think bringing in Ray Mendoza to co-write and co-direct was just genius. Yeah. Because you have a guy who was actually there. And I love that line about, a story told through memory or whatever. Something along those lines.
It's
you
like
just read it. You just read it.
Oh,
it was the tagline. Yeah, pull it up. Whatever that tagline was.
Everything is based on memory.
Yeah, everything is based on memory. And it's this account and this actual mission is just based on this guy, Ray Mendoza, who co-wrote and co-directed. It's just what he remembers from that day. So it's as accurate as it can be, really, because the lead of the movie is him. Yeah. It's a guy playing him. And, I just really respected how they wanted to keep that accuracy, because it shows you, like, there's also the juxtaposition of that first scene of the movie, where also there's no score in the movie, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that.
Oh,
the only music in the whole movie is that opening scene
with the music video.
Yeah, where they play the music video, and in the end credits. That's it. No music throughout the whole movie. Yeah. So the juxtaposition of them, this camaraderie and this sort of excitement and having fun, and that's when the music is playing. They're having like this moment together, and then it instantly cuts. See the street, and then you get into the mission, and that's it. There's no more playtime. It's just that like this is war. This is what happens.
On the ground.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really respected that.
I also respected too that they don't. It feels like because they're not trying to show. I mean, obviously, like you're rooting for the people to get out of the building, but there's not really supposed to be like a good or bad. Like I don't know, like because when they first get there, they like basically kind of just hijack this person's house. Like there's things that they do that you can see are clearly wrong, and I like that they don't like shy away from that. Like they're showing the good and the bad of it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that it's definitely leaning towards like the Americans are the good guys, especially considering the guy who was there is directing the movie. So like obviously it's going to be a bit biased.
That's not necessarily true.
Why? You think he wouldn't think that he's a good guy? I mean,
well, no, not him per se, but like what they're doing in that country, he may not have agreed with, and it could be like that's why he wants to tell these stories.
Yeah, that's true.
And think about too at the end we didn't mention this, but at the end credits they actually show like pictures of some of the soldiers next to the actors that are playing, which I thought was pretty cool. But a decent amount of them, like they didn't show the face.
Yeah, I saw it's because apparently some of them are still in active duty, which I don't know why that would mean they're supposed to be hidden. But also apparently some of them just wanted to remain anonymous.
Which is fair. That's fair.
But yeah, they really went to some extreme lengths to like keep that realism.
Yeah.
So, there was some pretty cool behind the scenes stuff that I.
Yeah, I remember reading like they look like they basically trained like they were going to be in the Navy SEALs from what I read.
Yeah.
Like all the formations, all like the call outs and everything. Like,
yeah, at the end of the movie, like you mentioned in the end credits, there's kind of like this montage of them behind the scenes shooting it, and you see like that. You see something crazy?
Like, now he's hissing at something outside.
Maybe it's a bird. You see them sort of like, in this full gear with the actual Navy SEALs that were there.
Yeah.
Or are they? They are Navy SEALs.
They're Navy
right?
SEAls, yeah.
If they're in the Navy, why were they there?
What do you mean?
Why weren't they on a boat?
Well, the boats they came off the boat and went there.
It's probably a stupid question of me to ask.
Well, Navy SEALs is Marines, I think.
I don't think so. I think it's different.
No.
Navy is like Navy. They're the Navy.
Shouldn't. I don't know.
You were about to join the Marines for a second.
When I was like,
you?
when I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pass nursing school, because like if I would have joined, like they would have paid for schooling and it was like a restart.
They would have given you a free Hellcat. You would have been set. You should have done that.
The Hellcat,
that would have been awesome.
Free Hellcat. What else? GI Bill.
All that
jazz.
Yeah.
But,
this is something interesting from IMDb. In early discussions, they said Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza entertained the idea of casting military professionals rather than actors, as they wanted authenticity in the roles. However, they realized the film required very technical acting in such a short shooting schedule that it called for experienced actors. I think that would have been really cool.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds really cool if they would have tried to do that.
But I feel like there are certain scenes that kind of require that sort of next level.
Like I don't know if Joseph Quinn's scenes, like if they could have got a random guy from, like I don't know. That's like tough. It's not easy to do that.
Yeah, I like how. So I'll talk about my favorite scene, which it's not my favorite because I loved it, but it was like kind of just the most memorable scene from the movie. It is when the bomb first goes off.
Yeah.
So basically, what happens is the guy Cosmo Jarvis, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
He gets shot in the shoulder. No, a grenade goes off. And like he's bleeding. So like, all right, we have to get this tank to come in to pick him up because he needs medical support. So they have this plan. This tank's gonna come. They're gonna go out in formation, cover each other's backs and get him in the tank, send him off, whatever. But then when they go out, there's an explosive that I guess it was there already.
It was probably like planted there.
It didn't seem like it was thrown or anything. That just like goes off as they're all out there. So one of the dudes who I think was like a translator, right?
Yeah, the two. So remember when in the scene they send the two translators first.
Yeah.
So they get like fucking diced. They're like,
one of the guys just the bomb goes off, and it's kind of like, I don't know. I think the sound completely cuts out. It either cuts out or like
you hear the explosion, and it's like the static noise.
And then as the camera slowly starts to like fade in, you see one of the translators. He gets up and he's walking around, and he sees the body of the other translator, and it's just like completely split down the middle. His guts are hanging out. He's dead.
There's like limbs in the street.
Yeah, it's nasty. It's really fucked up. Like this honestly it's like a horror movie, really.
Yeah. It's honestly,
scary.
That's a very good way to describe it. Yeah.
It's genuinely scary.
Yeah.
Like I was getting uneasy, especially during the scene as it continued. You kind of see how each soldier reacts differently to what's happened and what they're seeing. Some of them got really fucked up, like their legs almost got fucking blown off, which that ends up being kind of like what they're trying to do the rest of the movie is save these people. There's two characters that get really fucked up, like their legs get really fucked up. One of them is like completely fucked. Like there's that scene where he's getting pulled. That's Jarvis, right?
Yeah, Jarvis. That's Jarvis, yeah.
Then the other one
gets like caught on the door.
Yeah, that was nasty. But I like how they showed how this happening sort of like affected the characters differently. Like for example, Kit Connor, he's kind of just like in shock. He can't even function. He's like staring off into space.
Yeah.
We have
a little visitor.
Is she purring?
Yeah.
She's chill.
Yeah. What are you saying?
Purring up during the warfare discussion. So like I said, Kit Connor, he kind of like zones out. He's staring off into space. He doesn't know how to process what's happened. He's not helping anyone.
Yeah.
Then you have like Ray Mendoza's character, who's kind of like very, very protective over his injured comrades. And there's a scene where like at the end, towards the end, this other group comes in, and they're like they're like, come on, we gotta go. Like, you're good, you could survive. And he's like, yo, like, chill, leave him the fuck alone, because like he wants to make sure that he's good. He doesn't want to,
Yeah,
just
like doesn't he like kick his leg or something like that?
Yeah, he like walks past and kicks his leg by accident, but just being like,
Yeah.
Damn, she's really trying to get all the screen time over there.
And I've also, I'm gonna butcher his name, DeFaro. Is that how you say it?
I think I'll just say DeFaro.
DeFaro.
Yeah.
He was great. He was like fucking. He was really, honestly, besides Joe Quinn, he was probably my favorite actor in the movie. And
yeah, I was. Sorry, no, continue. Sorry.
And I didn't even realize too. He got cast in Caught Stealing as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's the lead. I mean, with this insanely talented cast and this relatively unknown actor as the lead, so that kind of is saying a lot about.
Yeah.
What is she doing? Scratching?
Like, yeah, on the scratching post.
He was in Hell of a Summer, which we just saw.
Yeah.
But he's a lot younger in it. I didn't even realize till after.
Yeah, because that was filmed like a while ago. He looks like completely different now.
Yeah.
But
he was great. Also, another little behind the scenes thing. Well, not behind the scenes, but just like a little fact that starting from the title drop, the film played in real time. So the runtime depicts like the actual duration of the mission, which again goes back to like the realism, accuracy.
The movie's what, like 80 minutes?
Yeah, maybe like 90-something minutes.
Yeah.
It's definitely not for the faint of heart. I'll say that. And I did catch myself getting a little lightheaded at points, or like a little bit like uneasy.
Yeah, low-key was like, when I was watching these scenes, like, this is kind of, I was like waiting to see. I feel like people got up in our theater.
I didn't get up because I was lightheaded. I had to pee because I've been trying to drink a gallon of water a day recently. Just a little information about my life that's unrelated. But so yeah, you see this. I noticed it sometimes. This is my half gallon. I try to drink 2 of these a day. But in order to get my water in, I like chugged before we went to the theater. So I had to pee. I left for like 2 minutes. But anyways, back to what I was originally saying. There was like, especially right after the bomb goes off and like they finally get back inside, they made it a point in the movie to make you feel like disoriented, and they wanted to make the scene as chaotic as possible. Yeah. So there's people, Joseph Quinn screaming. You have Ray, who has the headset on. There's like multiple different people talking to him at once. Both of the audios are playing over each other. People are fucking screaming, looking around. No one knows what to do, and it's just so chaotic and so kind of like anxiety overstimulating, almost in a way like similar to like Mother.
Yeah.
Not
honestly, to the same degree, but I understand what you mean.
Yeah, and it's just like, especially the theater. We were in the theaters. It was hot.
Yeah,
the theater was hot.
There.
So like I'm wearing a hoodie. I had my hood on my head. There's fucking heat coming down. There's people screaming. That you see fucking mangled legs.
Yeah.
Blood squirting everywhere. I was like, oh my god, dude. I was starting to hyperventilate. But I think that kind of just shows like how
good of a job
successful the movie is in portraying that emotion. So this is my favorite movie of the year so far. I don't know about you.
Honestly, after a long thought, I have to agree. And I don't like more. So for me to say this, like I really got to sit down and think about it. But it's the best movie of the year. It's just like it's so well made. Like there's just on the technical level, like even just like we were talking about down to the runtime is the exact time of the mission. Like it's just good acting, But I didn't expect to like it this much, honestly.
I knew I was gonna like it. I didn't think I was gonna like it more than Mickey 17, honestly, but I do. I don't know if you're a big Alex Garland fan.
I mean, this is probably his best since Ex Machina, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say I think probably Ex Machina is a little better, in my opinion. Yeah, because I like sci-fi a lot.
There's like more like plot in that.
I'm a really big Alex Garland fan. I don't think he's missed yet, honestly.
I didn't like Men.
I liked Men. Men, I think, is overhated.
I feel like Men I gotta rewatch, because when I watched that, I was like very, very in the beginning of like my movie watching kind of like, I don't want to say career, but like my taste back then versus now was very different.
Yeah. So his movies so far: Ex Machina, Civil War, which was from last year, that was great. Annihilation, another great one.
That, yeah.
Men, and now this. Hasn't missed. Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
So he's
What's
still,
his next thing lined up?
There's nothing on letterboxd as of right now. I mean, he wrote
28
years later.
Well, 28 years later. I'm sorry.
Well, he also wrote the original too. Which
Did he
I didn't
direct the
know.
original or no?
No, it was Danny Boyle.
Oh. Yeah, damn, he
Ooh.
only has 5 movies? Oh, 6. Devs? I never heard of that.
That's a show, but
Oh.
yeah,
Is it good?
I've heard it's good. Yeah.
Damn, I should watch Annihilation then, because then I would have seen his entire filmography.
Yeah, Annihilation's great and stars Natalie Portman, Oscar Isaac, Tessa Thompson's in it. Pretty good cast.
It's like a sci-fi kind of, but it's horror,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's sci-fi horror. Definitely more sci-fi.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean that's really it. It's very simple compared to Alex Garland's other films. Like
Yeah.
if you look at something like Ex Machina, like Annihilation, there are these sort of bigger, grander sci-fi stories where there's a lot going on. This is just okay. We follow this group of people. It's one setting, one mission, takes place over 90 minutes, and that's the whole thing. It's just following these people and what happened on this mission, and it still works. I mean, I don't know if I expected it to be more grand, but it's just not something that I'm used to from him.
Yeah.
But I really enjoyed it. So.
No, I did too.
Who was your favorite character of the bunch?
I gotta say Ray. I just feel like because there's a bit he just kind of when shit hits the fan he like locks in and just I don't know. I just really enjoyed his character. Yeah,
Ray is definitely up there for me. But
Will Poulter's character is good too.
Yeah, Will Poulter. He's the leader. He's like the captain. I like Elliot the best. Cosmo Jarvis's character. Yeah. I don't know why. I thought it was a really great performance, and the movie's dedicated to him in real life. Yeah, the guy. At the end, it says for Elliot at the end, and they show him. He goes to set in the wheelchair, and I thought that was really cool. I like that behind the scenes stuff. How, they brought in these guys who were actually there to. Yeah. It's probably like a really cool thing for the actors to meet these guys too. Yeah. And kind of like tell their story. Like this guy, whatever you may think about the United States or like the Army, whatever. Yeah. Whether this guy went out there to fight, and like he's in a wheelchair now, and he went through this insane traumatic experience. So it's cool for these stories to be able to be told. Yeah. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah. And yeah, definitely Elliot. Favorite scene? I mentioned mine already. Yeah, I feel like it's hard to not pick the initial bomb scene. Because you don't expect it either. Yeah, it scared the fuck out of me. Yeah. Because we also saw it in IMAX. Yeah. Which I think definitely helped. Yeah. And our theater was actually decently packed, which was kind of... Yeah. What was it? Did we see it we saw it like a Sunday night. Sunday night, yeah. It was there was a lot of people there. It's doing pretty well. I think it made $8 million. $8 million. The first weekend. It cost $20 to make. They said. Yeah. So it'll make its money back. And even a lot of my friends that have mentioned wanting to see this movie, and now that I was like, I'm telling them to go see it. So. Yeah. But not for the faint of heart though. No. All right. You want to get to ratings? I don't know if you have anything else. So I gave it. Sorry. Before you rate it, I wanted to talk about the press tour a little bit. I don't know if you've seen. It's a little weird, the press tour. What? Just how the actors are do you know what I'm talking about? Oh yeah, they're very kind of. It's very queer baiting. Yeah, it's homoerotic kind of. Yeah. It's a really a lot of them are theater choice. Kids though. Honestly, yeah, it's a weird choice for this movie. Yeah. I don't know if you don't know what I'm just. No, I know. I've seen clips of them kissing each other and stuff. Yeah, it's it's very strange. But I just feel like they're all a lot of them have theater background and shit, and they're all obviously actors. So it's probably just I don't know. Yeah, I'm imagining teenage girls watching the press tour and being and going to see this. Noah Centino, I don't know. Who is it? Yeah. Charles Melton kisser. It was I think it was Quinn. Right? No, not Quinn. The other, the other super white guy. The one that Connor? Was in Kit Connor? Yeah, Kit Connor. Oh yeah, he does a lot of those. Yeah, roles. He was in that show Heartstopper. Or whatever. Yeah. But it was just weird that they're doing shit like that on the press tour for this movie. Not the target audience for. I'm sure the war veterans. I don't know if they would be fucking with that. Yeah. But
But
all right. Anyways, yeah, just wanted to mention
so
that.
I was between a 4 and a 4.5, but I'm gonna give it a 4.5. So a 9 out of 10. It's just like such a well-made movie. I really wanted to not like this movie, but I honestly can't. Like, there's just so much going for it. I feel like we kind of summed it. I don't know. It's like because there's not like a big plot. It's a very simple movie, but it's just done so well. Like, the story's just very, very good.
Yeah. No, I also gave it a 4.5 star, a 9 out of 10. Just how realistic it is. This real depiction of like horror and tragedy and honestly just fear. Like, it was scary. I was genuinely scared watching this movie, and it just goes to
the trauma stuff. It's like
it's like nasty, but this is real. This is like real things that actually happened, and the fact that they brought in Ray Mendoza to co-write and co-direct, who was actually there, and this stuff actually happened in front of him, is just really cool. And I really like when there's behind-the-scenes stuff like that. On top of that, it's extremely well made. I didn't even mention this, but the sound design is fantastic. It's so good. It really elevates the movie so much. And, just great
honestly,
performances, great direction.
The sound design with the guns and stuff was like, it reminded me of Heat a little bit, which I recently watched.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah.
Alex Garland hasn't missed. So,
yeah.
Best movie of the year so far. For a pretty shitty year, but I'll give it its props.
What's the is there even any other ones that are coming out that like?
Sinners. We're seeing Sinners tomorrow.
Yeah, Sinners. Sinners supposed to be very good. Oh yeah, we're gonna go. So tomorrow we're going to the IMAX in Lincoln Center, which, for those of you that don't know, is one of like a few of the IMAX screens in the country which carry the 70 millimeter?
70 millimeter print. I think they said there's 10 theaters in the world that are playing it.
In the world? I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is pretty insane.
It's mad funny because like for those of you who don't know, they released like a little kind of behind the scenes thing with Ryan Coogler talking about how like the differences between the types of print and stuff like that. But like he spends like 10 minutes talking about how good the 70 millimeter one is. It's just like, it's available at these 8 theaters across the country, and it's just like, damn. And 2 of them are in New York and LA, so it's like,
There's like a couple. I looked at the list. There's a couple in California.
There's one
like
in Indiana. There's one in Florida.
3 of them are in California, I think.
3? Damn. Surprised New York doesn't have another one, honestly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're seeing it on the biggest IMAX screen in the country.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy.
But
I've never seen it at 70 mil. I haven't even seen a 35 millimeter.
Yeah, and this is like shot for. I feel like I haven't seen an IMAX at this theater shot for IMAX.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, Oppenheimer. I watched
see it there.
I saw IMAX. Yeah. So, but yeah. All right. Yeah. We could let's move on to
movie news.
Movie news. What do we got?
We got well, we just missed CinemaCon last week. So we have like some overlapping news from that. Hold on. My Discord is my technology.
You want to talk about maybe a couple of the big CinemaCon things?
Yeah, so I mean I feel like the biggest thing was probably the 5-minute Superman clip that they revealed that's playing in front of the Minecraft movie. I mean, when I saw it in theaters, it looked awesome. Like, I thought it looked sick. Like with the chorus playing and like all that stuff. I was like, oh, this is gonna be really good. And even like, I feel like in the theater people were just kind of like doing whatever. And then, but when that clip came on, like I felt like everybody kind of like locked in and was like everyone was silent, like actually watching it. I was like, damn. But it's kind of it's just a clip of like Superman and Krypto, and they have this kind of like banter. And then even in CinemaCon, they talked about the relationship where like Superman's essentially just like babysitting the dog. It's not. It makes sense as to why. Well, I'll explain later, but.
Yeah, where does he come from in the comics? Is it like that?
So normally, originally, I think he just comes to Earth, but I think it's going to be because in Supergirl, that book that it's based off of, Krypto is like a big part in that book. He's like basically like a side character in that book.
You think he's going to be in the movie?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, that's cool.
It has to be. Like, the story doesn't work. Like, he has a big part to do with the story. I'm not going to spoil.
So he's just like a dog that lives on Krypton, basically.
Yeah, and he just survives the The blast. So he just has like,
That's
but he
pretty-
has the powers because of the red sun.
Yeah.
The yellow sun.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think there's like other ones. I'm pretty sure it's like a cat, like a
Yeah.
I'm sure
There's
like a fucking
there's
squirrel
like
or
bat
something.
animals too.
Yeah.
There's like bat cow.
But like I like that they're doing this kind of like they're taking the super wacky Superman shit and they're still doing it.
Yeah, I agree. I think the footage looked pretty great.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say I'm a Superman hater. I'm definitely not. Like, I want it to do well, and I'm looking forward to it. But I am a little bit hesitant based on what we've seen so far, on whether
we
or not
haven't
it's gonna
seen
be
like
good.
a lot. It's mostly just been like because even the first footage we got is from that original clip. I mean, from the new clip that we got. They haven't really revealed a lot about like the plot of the movie, or like which I'm fine with. I'd rather them wait as long as possible.
Yeah, is there supposed to be a new trailer coming out soon or no?
There was a rumor that it was going to come out on Superman Day on the 18th, but Gunn already said no. So now people are speculating probably with the Thunderbolts release, they'll have one attached.
I thought Fantastic Four, they said. Or maybe both.
Probably both.
Yeah.
It's two different studios.
Yeah.
And then I guess we could segue from this. I don't know if we sent this, but we got also our first look at the Supergirl suit.
Yeah,
set photos
it's not official, but
it's not official.
Set photos.
I'm sorry, but looks pretty accurate to what she looks like in the book. I don't have the book in my apartment actually, but wait, no, I bought it for you. I didn't buy it for me.
I might have it.
Yeah, but it looks pretty accurate to how the cover looks. So that you should read that book because the story's like very good, and that's what the movie's gonna be based on. It's a quick read.
I haven't picked up a comic in a while, but I might.
It's quick. You could just read it in like a half hour.
All right, yeah, I'll give it a shot. But yeah, the suit looks great. I like the skirt and long flowing cape. Symbol I think is the same as
Looks
Superman's, which is good. Yeah, there was apparently Lobo, but I think that was fake.
It's fake. Yeah, it looks fake.
Lobo set photo. Or she's like fighting Lobo in
the scene. It
set,
looks like
in the set video. Yeah.
I have a weird. What? No, continue.
Why don't they just like put out an official image? Like we've seen the videos at this point, you know.
Honestly, because I feel like it's not as out there circulating as like as much as like I don't know, and it's also as fucked up as to say not as many people care about Superwoman as they do about Superman.
You're sexist.
No, I mean it's just true.
No,
I honestly think that you could quote me on this. I think that the Superwoman movie is going to be like Supergirl
movie. Yeah.
Will be like perceived better by critics than the Superman movie.
Maybe. I mean, it could be argued it's a better director.
Yeah.
But
not even that. I just think because like the story it's based off of, it's going to be very good.
Yeah. And the guy who wrote the story is writing the script for the movie.
Yeah, Tom King, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's cool is actually so in the initial book, she has a fight with like a bounty hunter, and he wanted to use Lobo, but at the time the studio said no. So they're just like he's just basically using his original idea in the movie now.
Yeah, that was cool.
Cool.
I saw that too. That's pretty interesting. But all right, what else at CinemaCon? My big thing was Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I was just gonna get to that. Yeah, so we got the first look at FNAF 2, our first trailer. It definitely looks like they took the criticism about the kind of horror vibes. It definitely looks a little bit more intense. Like we see like an animatronic like pick up a fucking knife, and like there's some like brutal, not brutal, but like Mangle like running through the window. Like
there's bloody stuff.
Yeah, like it looks a little more intense than the first.
I'm just confused about the plot because it seems like the animatronics are just out and about in the real world.
I feel like it's gonna be that it's gonna have to do with like William Afton like being in the suit. Maybe now he controls them now or something.
I wonder how they're gonna deal with him because he's dead apparently.
He's coming back.
He got spring locked.
You know the lore.
You don't know your FNAF lore, dude?
No, but he comes back as Springtrap.
Well, the game actually in the games like FNAF 2 is a prequel. They're definitely not doing that here.
No.
But yeah, I guess in the games he comes. Yeah, you're right. He comes back as Springtrap. Yeah, I should have known that.
His last line in the movie is "I always come back."
Yeah, that's true. He does. William Afton, bro. He always comes back. But I know they cast his counterpart, Skeet Ulrich from Scream. He's playing this character,
the guy
Henry Emily,
who makes like the animatronics, right?
Yeah, they're like a duo, William Afton and Henry Emily. and they make the animatronics. And for those of you who don't know, Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich play the two original killers in the first Scream movie.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a random thing that they're doing, but
yeah. I feel like it's gonna be good. It's only releasing in theaters now exclusively.
it's gonna make a ton of money probably.
Yeah. What did it make last time? Like 400 something million?
Yeah, and that it had like an insane 80% second week drop, but that's because it was only
online.
it was on
Like
Peacock.
yeah.
So like, yeah,
Like I have a feeling it's gonna get like a long release, like a 45-day release in theaters, and I could see it making upwards of 556.
yeah, if not
I
more.
think.
We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, Minecraft is gonna make $1 billion, so I mean,
yeah. We also from Blumhouse got Megan 2.0 trailer.
Oh yeah.
Were you a fan of the first Megan?
I thought it was good. But I honestly am a fan of them taking it like in a completely different direction for the second one. I think that's the only way they could really go about it.
Yeah, they're getting Megan back as sort of a protagonist and turning it into some sort of like sci-fi action movie.
Yeah.
So definitely like leaning away from the horror. It's way more camp.
Yeah.
And they have this other robot
she's
that Megan's
actually
gonna
she's
try
from
to
Ahsoka.
defeat.
She plays like the you know, like
she's
the two.
I forgot her name. She's in Red Notice, isn't she? Also,
Maybe I know she plays like the other Sith in Ahsoka.
yeah. Let me look up her name just to give her some respect. Let's see, Megan 2.0.
Megan 2.0.
Oh, Mithrigan 2.0. My bad. Mithrigan 2.0. Let's see. Jenna... No. Not Jenna Davis. Ivana Sakno. No, I lied. She's not in Red Notice. I think I was confusing her with Kiernan Shipka, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it looks
fine. Looks pretty fun.
Looks funny.
There's also like a Megan spin-off that they're doing.
Soulmate, right?
Soulmate?
With
I don't know too much about that.
It's basically, from what I've heard, it's basically the plot of Companion, except the woman goes crazy and like makes sure nobody could be with the guy except her.
I see. Lily Sullivan's in it. Claudia Dumit.
I'm pretty sure the girl
from The Boys.
The Boys, yeah. She plays like the CEO of the company that makes the sex bot.
Interesting. That's interesting with like Companion coming out so recently too.
Yeah.
We'll see though, because I mean, Mithrigan I really liked, and I liked the campy aspects of it the most, like when she sings Titanium to the girl, like the shit like that. So I'm happy that they're veering a little bit off from the horror. And like, you're Blumhouse, dude. All you make is fucking horror movies. It's okay if you go a little campy.
Yeah, bro. They made Night
this.
Swim, and what was the other one that was horrible? Fuck.
The AI.
No,
I think it's
that
called
sucked too, though.
Afraid.
Is that the one with the sleeping thing?
No. That's Imagination.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. Like, it's not like there's some fucking pristine studio. They've put a bunch of shitters out before.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, you make so much horror, it's right to do something campy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the only way a sequel to this would have worked is if they did the genre change.
Yeah. But yeah, what else from CinemaCon? There was also the announcement. Well, they did the first official screening of the live action How to Train Your Dragon. And I know pretty overwhelmingly positive. I mean, people are saying it's pretty much like the
best
shot for shot remake. And like
sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No, that's good. That How to Train Your Dragon like original film is really good. We talked about it a couple episodes ago. But
they also greenlit a sequel already, so that pretty much confirmed. Which I'm assuming if they greenlit, like, it's coming out in 2027, so they're probably filming like pretty soon. I'm assuming. So they're betting pretty heavy on this, and also like with the addition of for those of you who don't know, Universal's opening a theme park, and they have like a How to Train Your Dragon land there. So I mean, it just makes sense as to why they're gonna continue the franchise, and it's popular.
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to think. Has there been like a live action remake of a sequel yet, or is this the first one? Because like Lion King, they had Mufasa, but that was an original.
That's like an original story, yeah.
I'm hearing some crazy feedback, Joe, from your
Yeah,
end.
someone's using the water.
Oh. That's what that is?
Yeah, it's like the pipes.
Oh. Alright. But, sorry.
No, you're good. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah, so, has there been, besides How to Train Your Dragon 2, which is coming, has there been a live-action remake of a sequel?
I don't think so, because Little Mermaid, no. Sleeping Beauty, no. Cinderella, no. Aladdin, no.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, it's pretty...
But none of
we're in the,
honestly,
we're in the
none
end
of the,
times.
none of the sequels are like really that like lackluster. Like How to Train Your Dragon 2 got a theatrical release. Like it was like pretty decently received. Like most of the Disney sequels that came out for like the era that they're doing these live action remakes were like direct to DVD.
Yeah.
Like they weren't really probably live action material. So I mean, also the Disney ones don't do that well either. So
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is.
Yeah, whatever that is, bro, it's mad loud.
Yeah, someone's using the water upstairs.
Is that it? It's that fucking
dude.
loud, dude?
Yeah.
Well, alright. Sorry if you guys can hear that. Hopefully not. Alright, another big one. Marvel announced the title of the next Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man 4 will be titled Spider-Man Brand New Day. And it's releasing July 31st, 2026 in theaters. Tom Holland and Zendaya, possibly. We're going to get Sadie Sink. Directed by Dustin Daniel Cretton, who talked a little bit about the movie. He didn't say much. He said Spider-Man's going to get a new suit. That's pretty much about it. But
yeah. I also read that it's going to take place like simultaneously during Doomsday.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I like that idea, but
if that's how we get a street level Spider-Man movie, I'll take it. Because he'll be in Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask you this, actually, now that we're on that topic. Because in the comics, the way Miles gets introduced is through Secret Wars. Do you think that, like, by the end, when Secret Wars is over, like, they'll have Peter Parker and Miles Morales in the MCU?
I mean, maybe. I don't really know. I feel like it's only a matter of time before Miles comes into live action. Didn't they say like Sony was working on a live action Miles movie?
They've been saying that for years. What I don't understand is like Sony could literally just do all their villain shit and just make Miles like their Spider-Man. Like it's so fucking simple.
Yeah, but they would have to be smart to do that, so that's not going to happen.
Like it's not like Miles isn't like his movies make fucking billions of dollars. Like the Spider-Verse movies always do really well. It's like people know the character. He's at that level now. It's like he has a game. Like, it's a name, like, when you say Miles Morales, people know it's Spider-Man. It's not like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're at that point where I feel like he can support his own universe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, he definitely could. But, what else we got? Let's see. I think that's pretty much it for CinemaCon.
Yeah, we got some Black Phone 2 is the only other thing I really want to talk about. Just because they said Ethan Hawke's character is kind of going to be, like, a Freddy Krueger-esque, like, coming back from the dead to haunt these kids, which I think is really, really cool. And it's actually the kid from How to Train Your Dragon, too, which I forgot about.
Yeah, Mason Thames. Yeah. He's going to be huge, for sure.
Yeah, he's going to be big. You think he'll get, like, a MCU, DCU role?
So it's just one of those things, man. It's probably going to happen, you know?
Maybe they'll cast him as, like, I don't know.
Maybe they'll cast him as Miles. Maybe. You never know.
Okay, yeah.
No. He looks like him, right?
He does. He's got the complexion.
But yeah, he's going to be big. I agree. I think in terms of a Black Phone sequel, I think that's a great place to go. Because, first of all, the first movie has a lot to do with communicating with the dead, spirits, whatever. So how do you bring back this beloved killer that died? You know, you make him from the dead haunt these kids, and I think it's just a great idea. So that should be good.
Yeah.
I think they said there was some footage of him like ice skating or something, because it's going to take place at like summer
like him
camp.
coming on the ice or something like that. I'm excited, dude. I love Ethan Hawke, so
yeah.
You know.
And the Grabber I think is a pretty great horror character.
Honestly, if this does well, would you consider him like of the 2020s? He'd probably be like the best icon we got in the 2020s.
Terrifier, man.
Terrifier, didn't the first one come out in 2018?
Yeah, but I would still consider it like a 2020s kind of Because the first one came out in 2018, but he was not big until like the past couple of years.
I mean, like, if you're counting Terrifier, then Terrifier, but
yeah.
But
yeah, no, he would definitely be up there. Megan. I don't really know.
It's Hard
it's
Eyes.
Hard Eyes. Winnie the Pooh.
The Woman in the Shadow.
The fuck is that?
That movie just came out. The Woman in the Yard. I'm sorry.
The Woman in the Yard. Yeah, the greatest horror icon of our age.
You know who was actually goated? Fucking that Hulu horror movie that came out last year about like the kids TV show. Fuck, what is it called?
Mr. Crockett.
Yeah,
some shit.
He's fucking sick. He's
Mr.
actually
Crocker.
like really cool. I want them to do more stuff.
I didn't watch that.
You should. It's like a basically it's like a Freddy Krueger kind of like he traps the kids while they watch this TV show, and it's like about that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'll give it a watch. Maybe
he's like kind of like a Blue's Clues kind of like, you know how like they talk to the screen and like that type of thing.
Yeah,
but I really liked it. I honestly thought it was like the best straight to streaming horror of last year.
Yeah, I gotta watch that shit, man. But
anyway.
All right, next thing we could mention, there's some casting for the new The Mummy movie. Maybe you could talk about that.
Yeah, they cast. It's my phone's not phone. My laptop's upside a stroke.
May Kalamaway,
which most of you are probably familiar with from Moon Knight. She was cast in Gladiator and had like was supposed to be the love interest, and they just like completely cut her role from it.
Yeah, she's like in the background of one scene or something.
Yeah. And May, I don't know the pronunciation. Have joined the cast.
Whatever that noise was stopped.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Lee Cronin's Mummy. The biggest thing to me is that they're actually casting Egyptians in a Mummy movie. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. Which I think is awesome. I'm surprised that we haven't.
You know?
What happened?
They're not casting Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I mean, these people could just not be playing the Mummy, but like I feel like they're gonna be like the explorers or whatnot.
I don't think she's gonna be the Mummy. I'll tell you that.
I think she's gonna be like the lead.
What about they cast that other dude?
Who? I didn't know they cast somebody else.
The guy from Midsommar. I forget his name, but I actually do like him a lot. He's a good actor.
I'm gonna look it up. Is he playing the Mummy?
Jack Rayner. His name is Jack Rayner. He's probably playing like the lead explorer guy.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He's a pretty underrated actor.
I'm trying to see. I'm pulling up a picture of him.
He's also the guy in Transformers where he has...
he's the pedophile.
Remember that subplot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a pedophile.
He's like, it's the Romeo and Juliet law, and he has the card in his pocket.
To justify
like the fact that you have to carry that
17.
around with you to justify your relationship.
I forgot about that. All right, wait, I do. He's the guy that fucking trips balls and like in the fucking hut, and they make him like fuck that girl in Midsommar.
Yeah, he's the guy. He's Florence Pugh's boyfriend
in real life.
In Midsommar.
Oh yeah. Oh, cool. But I thought it was really cool that they actually cast Egyptians.
Yeah,
in an Egyptian movie. But they're probably our last two things in news. We got our first look at Julia Ducournau.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it.
Her next movie called Alpha, which me and Matthew are pretty excited about. We're very big fans of hers.
Yeah.
We don't really know too much about it. There were rumors it was going to be like a werewolf movie, but it doesn't really look like that now. It's about a girl dealing with the sickness at school?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a full feature-length version of one of Julia's short films. I forget what it's called. But I've watched it.
It's good?
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Does it like have like a... You know how her movies have like kind of a weird kind of twist?
It has... There's a lot of body horror in it.
It
has to do with like puberty. It's kind of just right up her alley. So it has to do with this girl who gets a strange disease at school and children start treating her differently. We get the first look at what I presume to be the girl. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't show much. I just wanted to mention it because it's premiering at, I can't speak. It's premiering at Cannes. Yeah, at Cannes. And it's confirmed to be releasing this year. That's basically like what I wanted to say. So
it's exciting because we didn't know there was no like confirmed release date yet, but it seems like it'll come out this year.
Yeah,
which
definitely.
is exciting.
So and the picture, I mean, I guess I'll toss it up on screen. I guess if I make this into a TikTok, I'll put it on screen. But
I forgot to mention another thing before actually we end this. There's another bit of news.
I don't know if there's anything else notable coming to con. I know Wes Anderson's movie is, Richard Linklater's next movie is, and there's a couple other like
Natalie Portman's directorial debut is going to be there.
No, Scarlett Johansson.
Not Scarlett Johansson. No.
Yeah.
Not Scarlett Johansson. Oh yeah, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. And
then there was another movie I saw that's going to premiere there. That's like the first Nigerian film in like mad long to be at a King. I forgot what it's called.
Con.
I don't know why I said King. Let me look up like. Is there like a list?
Yeah, I had it on Twitter. Oh, breaking news right now. Sam Neill has been cast in Godzilla x Kong sequel.
Really?
Yeah. He's back. He's back for more after Jurassic Park.
Wait, like from fucking Possession, Sam Neill?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. It's actually fun.
And Jurassic Park, Godzilla, fuck it.
Where did you see that? I'm trying to find that.
Discussing Film just posted it.
I feel like he always does like random ass.
Yeah, let's just talk about this last bit of movie news really quick. So this was kind of huge, and this excites me a lot, but for another reason, which I'll get into after, also scares me. Robert Pattinson is apparently in talks for a role in Dune 3. He's going to play one of the villains in the movie. So the reason why I'm excited about this is because I love Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
He's been killing it recently. He's working with all these great directors. Now we're adding Denis to the list. So, this is going to be awesome. Just seeing Pattinson in this world, knowing how much he gets into character, and he's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. I forget the villain's name, but it's going to be fun.
It's like Center or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's shooting this summer. The reason why it scares me is because how many things is he going to get cast in before we hear something about the Batman 2? Like, what is happening with that movie?
I don't know.
It's making me... Is it done? It's making me nervous. Like,
I saw stuff that had something to do with like his personal...
Who, Matt Reeves?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wonder what's going on, man, because this is not normal. Like,
I feel like it has to be something going on in his like actual life.
Yeah, because we had the Batman was critical and commercial success.
Mm-hmm.
And like people at the studio have been wanting to, move forward with this. We got a whole Penguin show, and it just keeps getting delayed and delayed and delayed, and we're hearing no updates. But it's crazy because Dune 2 came out after the Batman, and Pattinson's going to be in Dune 3, which is going to film and release before the Batman 2. Which is like, what is happening with this movie? I mean, I don't know. It's got to be something with Matt Reeves, like you said.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything because like I don't know what's going on. I feel like it's getting to the point where like something is wrong. Like,
yeah, I don't know if you follow. I know you don't like her, but Grace Randolph.
Mm-hmm.
She talked about it recently, and she said, like, if you knew what was going on with Matt Reeves, like, you wouldn't be bothering them about making the sequel. And her exact words were, it's not a Chadwick Boseman situation, but it's close. So I'm not sure really what's going on. Yeah. Maybe there's some kind of sickness in him or a family member. But it's just, it sucks. It's horrible.
It sucks because like, the fans are so brutal sometimes.
I know.
Like, you have no idea what's... Like, people were hounding this guy about a sequel. You could just find that he had, like, fucking stage 4 cancer or something like that.
Yeah. It definitely sucks. Like, obviously, Matt Reeves, like, whatever's going on in his life, that is the main priority.
No, yeah,
like, his health or whatever he's going through. That, obviously, is the main priority. But it still does suck that we're not getting this movie, It's just a horrible circumstance.
And I feel like it doesn't work without him either.
Yeah, you can't do it without him.
No.
So,
but yeah,
pretty messed up, man. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious.
Yeah, we'll see. But it's just it's very strange that like it's I don't know.
But all right. End on that sad note there. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some more movie trivia. You guys seem to like that. Pretty successful TikToks.
Yeah.
Although Joe, you be getting hated on for your choices.
I don't know why. God forbid a fucking asshole's opinions.
Let's see.
You want to go
see what we
first?
got. Yeah. Hold on, let me make myself look good. Oh man, my hair's fucked up. Hold on.
Yeah, mine's like...
Alright, sorry. Alright, Joe. Can you do me a favor and try to guess the movie based on the cast members? Can I give you some cast members here?
Yeah.
Alright, let me pull it up. I got a good one for you. We'll go back and forth. So, your first cast member is Liev Schreiber.
I don't know who that is.
You do. I'll show him to you.
Picture.
Oh. You know him.
Yeah, no, I know him. X3 The Last Stand.
Nope.
Yeah.
Not it.
I'm up.
What you got for me? Yep.
Alright. Kurt. Alright, this movie came out this year.
Bro, just give it to me.
Kurt.
Why you tell me that?
Because, like, the cast is like...
Alright, just fucking give it to me. Just tell me.
Kurt Iguan?
Kurt Iguana? Let me see him.
My phone.
Kurt what?
It's
Kurt
Egyaiwan.
EGYA. I forgot what you said already. Just show him to me.
I'm going to pull him on letterboxd.
Okay.
I feel like if you see the faces, you're probably going to...
Alright, let me see him. Okay, I recognize him.
Yeah.
A movie from last year. Ooh. Motherfucking... The Brutalist.
No.
Okay. Alright. Next up for you is... Ooh, this is a good one. Drew Barrymore.
I gotta look up what it looks like.
Bro, Drew Barrymore, it's a girl. You know, the Drew Barrymore show, ever heard of it?
No.
You're actually disrespecting her right now. You gotta look him up.
Oh.
Here. Look at her.
Okay. Oh, she's in like a bunch of shit. I know she was in...
You didn't know she was in what? You didn't even know what movie I'm talking about.
Is it, that Wes Anderson movie?
Which one?
Fuck. The one with the alien.
Asteroid City?
Yeah.
No.
Fine.
Alright.
I'm getting
ready.
close. I feel like that was a good one.
No, you're not getting close.
Oh, never mind. Well, alright, hold on. Alright, next actor. Sorry, because I had it on here and then I just took it away.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. You're good. Don't worry.
Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey?
Yeah.
Gladiator 2.
No.
God. Alright. Now we're going to start to get to some more obvious ones here.
Yeah.
So you got Liev Schreiber, you got Drew Barrymore. Next up, you got Matthew Lillard.
I've seen this movie?
Yep. I won't say much about it because I won't say it's obvious, but it's a big movie. I'll tell you that.
Who was the actor? What was the person again? I'm sorry.
Matthew Lillard.
Matt Lillard. Well, I know it's not FNAF. And I don't think it's Scream. But like Loki, I don't think I've seen him in anything else. It's not Scream, right? Scream?
That's your guess?
Yeah.
It is Scream.
Really? Wait, what?
Yeah. Drew Barrymore's the opening kill.
Oh, you're right. When she's in the kitchen and like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember the guy who plays
yeah.
fucking, what's his name in it though?
Sabretooth?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like a small role. I forget who he plays. I think he's like he plays Cotton Weary. He is in it though. I remember he's in it because I see it on Letterboxd, but I do remember him being in it.
Yeah.
So,
no, that was a good one. I mean, Matt Lillard, because Matt Lillard, I'm like, I don't know what else I've seen him in.
Scooby-Doo? Could have guessed that.
Yeah, actually that wouldn't have been a bad guess either.
Yeah. All right,
all right.
Let's keep mine up.
Will Sharpie.
Will Sharpie?
Yeah.
Let me see him, please. Dude, what are you giving me here, man?
The next two, it's like very obvious. You're gonna get it on the next one.
Okay, Will Sharpie. And then two other people that I don't know either of them. I'm gonna say. You said it's 2024 movie, right?
Yeah.
William Sharpie. Let me think. Why am I blanking on what came out last year? It's not Dune.
No.
That's not my guess.
No.
Jeez, man, I'm a fucking idiot. Terrifier 3. I don't know.
No. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin.
Oh. Dude, I know exactly what the movie is. Yeah. Why can't I think of a name? Oh, A Real Pain.
Yep.
Real Pain.
There you go.
Real Pain. No, now I remember that first guy that you showed me. Now I remember.
Because like when you see the faces, like you recognize them from the movie.
Yeah. I definitely remember him like at that dinner table scene for sure.
Yeah. And then this is the guy Will Sharpie's the guide.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Those are kind of randoms, but all right. That's fair enough.
All right. My other one's like a lot more generic.
All right. We'll do so now you could start for the next one. You go first.
Okay. All right. Leslie Bibb.
Leslie Bibb?
Yeah.
She's actually in White Lotus. Dude, fuck. I feel like I was looking at what movie she was in recently. Is it Beau is Afraid?
No.
Okay. All right. First actor for you, Michael Keaton.
Not far. What's the first Spider-Man when he's in?
Homecoming?
Yeah.
No.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Gwyneth Paltrow and Leslie Bibb. Iron Man?
Yep.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Bro, Leslie Bibb is an Iron Man.
I think she's like the girl that he sleeps with, like in the opening thing.
Is it? Is it her?
I feel like it is.
I mean,
because that came out in 2008.
Let me think. Let me look. Because I feel like it's a notable actress.
Maybe I'm wrong. It says she plays Christina Everhart.
No, let me look. Hold on. I feel like it's someone... Let me see. Maybe it is her. But I feel like I saw a post on Instagram recently that was like, oh, characters that have played multiple roles in the MCU. And it's like that reporter also plays... Actually, you know what? You're right. I think it is her. I'm pretty sure it is her.
Yeah.
Now that I look at her, yeah. All right. Smoked you. Who's next? Oh, no, wait.
I'm up. What do you mean who's next?
Sorry. All right. This is a good one. Once you discover what this is actually a good one.
All right. What was the first person again?
Michael Keaton.
Okay.
Next up, Tyrese Gibson.
The fuck?
You know him, right?
Yeah. It's not a Fast movie. He was not a Fast movie, Keaton. That Gibson from the Fast movies, right?
Yeah.
Morbius?
Could be a Fast movie.
Is it Morbius? Yeah. Yeah, I knew it.
Morbius.
Dude. He plays that fucking cop, right? That like weird.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when there was that fake post where, like, Martin Scorsese was like,
yeah.
"Yo, like I just got out of Morbius," and he made a video on Instagram like, "Yo, praise be to."
Yeah. He's like, wow, this is some serious praise from one of the most high in the industry. It's like Martin Scorsese saying, yeah, Morbius really changed my life. Then he instantly deletes the post. Yeah. That was funny.
Yeah, that was
all
good.
right.
I forgot he's in it for like the fucking 3 seconds.
Yeah, the post-credit scene, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, last one. I'll start. So, first up is Anna Diop.
You gotta show me a picture. Hold on.
She plays Starfire in the Titans show.
I've seen it.
Yes. You might honestly have to take a random guess for this first one because I don't think you're gonna know.
Maybe like I don't even fucking know. That like Harriet Tubman movie. I have no idea.
What Harriet Tubman movie, bro?
Oh no, I'm thinking of fucking Cynthia Erivo.
She's in a Harriet Tubman movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me look it up so I don't sound schizophrenic.
Oh yeah, you're right. Harriet.
Yeah, Harriet. Yeah, yeah. Fuck you, dude. I'm not going crazy.
No, it's not Harriet. I'll say that.
Okay.
All right, what you got?
Hold on. I've been doing more generic movies because
You're getting hated on.
Yeah. Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage. Elf.
No.
Okay. All right, ready?
Yep.
Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
And who was the first one again? I always forget.
Anna Diop.
Anna Diop? Who the fuck is that?
Bro, I just showed her to you. The girl who plays Starfire.
Oh,
Titans.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I like didn't even hear the word you said when you said it.
No, you're good, dude. You're good.
Is it that like? Fuck, I don't remember the name of it. There's like a movie on Netflix about like cowboys. I don't think this is it, no. But it's like an all black cast.
Bro. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like The Harder They Fall or something.
Yes, yeah. The Harder They Fall. No, okay.
No, that's not it.
All right.
I'm ready.
Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum. What was the other two? Sorry.
No, I give you. This is two. Peter Dinklage was the first one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Peter Dinklage and Jeff Goldblum. And it's apparently more generic movie. Interesting. Oh. Avengers Infinity War.
No.
God, I thought that was it. Is Goldblum not in that? Or maybe he is, but
No, he's not in that, I don't think. Wait, hold on, let me find out actually. No, he's not.
Yeah, because Peter Dinklage plays like that.
He
guy.
plays the guy who makes the weapon, yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Next up, Elizabeth Moss.
You gotta show me a picture of her.
You'll definitely know her once you see her.
Oh, is it Invisible Man?
Nope. Good guess though, because Yaya's in that as well.
Yeah.
All right.
And she's the lead in it, right?
Yeah, she is.
All right. All right, ready?
Good movie. Yeah.
Jonathan Bailey.
Oh, Wicked.
Yep.
Wicked. Yeah, that's a real recent one. Damn. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm smoking you. Type shit. All right. Let's see.
What do you mean? I got Scream. You got two guesses.
Yeah, so what, bro? I got the next two, so
You got
I'm up.
Iron Man and Wicked. It's not like the
Yeah, you're going too generic now.
I
But also,
am.
like, Scream is kind of generic, too, I guess.
Yeah.
But the cast is more kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways. All right. Next up, Winston Duke.
Get Out.
Nope, you're close.
Oh,
you're right on
no,
the edge.
isn't no.
No, wait, you can't guess
no.
yet. Lupita Nyong'o.
Us. I knew it was
Yeah.
Us. That's what I meant to say. Who?
No,
I
it's
didn't
not,
know that.
bro.
No, when I said Get Out, I meant Us.
Yeah, okay.
But
All right. What were you gonna
isn't
say?
she? Who does that girl play in it?
Elizabeth Moss.
Yeah.
She's like, remember that other family?
Oh, like when they
That-
get killed and it's like fuck the police plays.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's a good movie. I forgot about that.
yeah, Us is good.
Yeah.
So, all right, that was good. That was fun. So, we're going to do another game here, which could be pretty fun.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be trying to guess the superhero film based on the letterbox reviews. So, I guess we'll go one at a time,
Yeah.
and I'll go first for you, Joe.
Okay.
So, okay. So, the first review says, quote unquote, a lot of homoerotic tension in this! Exclamation point.
It's a superhero movie.
Yes, that is the game.
The Suicide Squad.
Nope.
Yeah. Ready?
All right. Next, no, I'll just
Oh, okay.
do like all of them at once. Yeah. It won't be like a competition.
Yeah.
It'll just be for fun. See if you could get it. Oh, it's kind of embarrassing anyone else even tried after this.
That doesn't. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
That means that people have tried to make this character again, and it's embarrassing that they even tried because this was so good.
Is it an X-Men movie?
Is it?
I feel like, because, like, honestly, homoerotic, I'm thinking Charles Xavier and Magneto, low key.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
I'm gonna guess X2. No.
Nope.
All
All
right.
right, this is the last one, and then I'll reveal the movie.
All right.
I'm legally obligated to give this a good rating because I'm a man.
Logan? What the?
No, bro, think like film bro movie.
But I'm trying to think like superhero movie.
It is. It's superhero. It's film bro. It's homoerotic. Some may say.
Spider-Man?
No.
I have no idea.
The Dark Knight.
How's that homoerotic?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
That was like the last movie.
I
Film
guess-
bro. Like okay, that would make sense. But
Yeah.
homoerotic.
I guess like Harvey. I don't know, bro.
like there's so many other like heroes that went to my head before.
Oh, Heath Ledger, kind of.
Yeah, but like
the
they don't
Joker.
Yeah, whatever.
He's
I
kind of
see
like
better
that.
chemistry with other people.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
You wanna do one now?
Yeah, I'll do one now.
Okay.
All right. Is this a romantic comedy? Question mark.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
No.
Oh, that would have been a good one. All right.
Fellas, is it gay to literally occupy your bro's body?
Oh, Venom.
Yeah. that was a good way. But
Yeah. No, that was a good review though.
Yeah.
That got kind of cooked.
this one's like. When
What
my
was the
film
last
cla-
review? Yeah.
when my
that
film-
you
this
had.
one has Venom in the title, but it's like when my
Oh,
film
okay.
class tells me to analyze every shot of a movie like a book, since everything has a meaning and purpose behind it. What was the artistic and intellectual purpose behind giving Venom anime titties in that one scene again?
Bro, which scene?
I don't even know. I don't know what scene that is, honestly.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah,
All right. You ready?
yeah,
Try to guess this one.
okay.
All right. Every single character walks around with a black leather 90s jacket. Me. Iconic.
I feel like it's X-Men, dude. I feel like they all wear leather.
X-Men?
Yeah.
No, not it. All right. Next review.
Yeah.
My oh my, what a very thirsty boy.
I have no idea.
Guess something. Black leather, thirsty boy, superhero.
Oh. Black leather, dude? Who the fuck was... It's like Batman, but I know it's not Batman.
Could be.
Maybe like... I don't know, Deadpool?
Nope. This one might give it away. Opening with horny, writhing youths coating their bodies in blood. The MCU could never.
Wait, what?
You want me to repeat that?
Yeah.
Opening with horny, writhing youths coating their bodies in blood. The MCU could never.
I have no fucking idea. Rebel Moon?
You don't know a superhero movie that... Bro, how is Rebel Moon's not a superhero movie. You don't know a superhero movie that the opening is people coating themselves in blood?
No.
Bro.
What movie?
You sound like a fake cinephile now. Blade.
I don't really watch superhero movies like that anymore.
Blade.
Oh.
Get it? He's a thirsty boy.
In
He
leather.
wears black leather. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
All right.
All right.
No. That was
Well,
good. Wait,
that was good.
did you, oh, you had a third or no?
Yeah.
Oh, I only did two. All right, yeah, I'll get another one. But yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right. We really didn't know how good we had it.
Really didn't know how good we had it. X-Men.
No. Sometimes
So
a
you-
family is an old white guy and his demon superpowered kids.
Sounds a family's an old white guy and demon superpowered kids. We didn't know how good we had it.
The next one's gonna give it away.
Okay, wait. Let me think for a second. An old white guy with demons.
It's not. It's. I'll say this. It's not a Marvel or DC movie, but it is a superhero movie.
Okay. For some reason, I want to say Hellboy.
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The next
Who's
one
the
was
old white guy?
his dad, the guy who raised him.
Oh, yes. Okay. What was the next one?
What is it with Del Toro and sexualizing fish people?
That was a good. Yeah, that's a fire review. All right, you got to give me a second here.
Yeah. I want to rewatch that Hellboy actually.
Yeah, it's good.
I know like the second is like considered like one of the best sequels ever made.
Yeah.
The Golden Army. But then they never made a third, right?
No, they didn't. Hold on. All right. For first review. This happened to a couple of my friends a few years ago.
FNAF.
Bro, it's superhero movies, bro. You're supposed to guess the superhero
superheroes
movie.
in my eyes.
All right. No, it's not FNAF.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I didn't prepare a third.
No, you're good.
Hold on. Hold on a second.
Just knocked it out.
Sorry.
No,
I
you're
can't
good.
find
Take
good
your
ones
time.
here. Okay. What are we? Some kind of blockbuster which never quite correctly strikes the tonal balance between comedy and action, barely surpassing the first one.
Barely surpassing the first one?
I would say based on what I said, the what are we should be sticking out to you.
What are we? I don't know, because it has to be a sequel. I'm trying to think of like rom. Oh, not Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but that's a TV show. Actually, never mind. Yeah.
Bro, it's superhero. It's superhero.
Yeah, oh fuck. Keep forgetting. I know, but like, bro, I don't know. When I hear these things, I'm not thinking superhero.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of this game. But yeah, I got you.
What's the next one?
You got to guess something.
Nah, give me the second one. I literally have no idea.
All right, I'll give you the last one. This one's definitely going to give it away. Shout out to that right-wing dipshit who canceled James Gunn on Twitter so that we could get this banger.
The Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
What was the second one?
It was like the what are we? That was the one I said. What are we? Some kind of? Because it's like, what are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad? That line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, what are we, like a couple? Like in my head, like that's why I was like,
Yeah,
Mr. and
yeah,
Mrs.
yeah.
Smith.
Even though it's, bro,
Nah.
you kept forgetting. You kept like guessing shit that wasn't superheroes.
Not usually we just guess everything, so I was like, all right.
Yeah, but yeah,
Well,
for like letterboxd reviews, it would have to be like a specific.
Yeah.
It
It's
couldn't
tough.
just be anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that was good.
Yeah, that's fun.
That was fun. So, all right, we're pushing this fucking episode to its
Yeah.
limits. Let's do Possession. You wanna get a
Yeah.
synopsis going?
Yeah, I'll pull up the. Yeah. So this is actually like one of my favorite movies ever, and it's had a pretty big influence on like the movies I watch now. I'd say. You're the one that showed it to me, I believe, right? You're the one that
Yeah.
told me about it.
Mm-hmm.
What made
I
you
knew you would like it. Yeah.
What made you like? What was the movie I saw that I said I liked that you would like watch this?
I don't know. Maybe a Cronenberg thing. I forget.
Maybe. Anyway, so this is Possession. In human ecstasy fulfilled. A young woman left her family for an unspecified reason. The husband determines to find out the truth and starts following his wife. At first he suspects that a man is involved, but gradually he finds out more and more strange behaviors and bizarre incidents that indicate something more than a possessed love affair. So I feel like I don't even know where to start with this, honestly. So this is probably one of my favorite performances of any actress in any form of media I've ever seen. It's just I mean, obviously, I'm not taking away anything from Sam Neill and the other actors and actresses in this, but she's just such a I don't want to butcher the name, but Isabella Anjani, ADJNI. I don't know.
You know
But-
as much as I do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's just so electric and like over the top in like the best way. Like it, like I don't know. Like I feel like to me, like even those over the top scenes, like it doesn't feel cheesy. It just generally feels like I don't know. She just portrays it so well on screen.
Yeah, it's a great performance. Very raw. I agree. It's probably one of the best performances by a woman in a horror movie ever.
Yeah.
Definitely, really puts herself out there. Honestly, just a random shout out. Nell Tiger Free in The First Omen, I think,
Yeah.
is up there too, and they have very similar performances.
Yeah.
Just random thing I wanted to throw out there.
Yeah. They even
But,
reference the miscarriage scene in
yeah.
Salmon. Yeah.
Yep, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. Sam Neill's great. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's an insane movie.
Yeah.
It really, one thing that I didn't really, not that I didn't pick up on, but I didn't sort of like realize how big it is in the story, is like the breakup aspect of it. Like the movie really is about a breakup
Couple, yeah.
at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there's weird tentacle monsters that fuck the girl and everything. Sure, but that's not what the movie's about.
Yeah.
It's really about what people go through during breakups. And honestly, like, the insanity that Sam Neill goes through post breakup is kind of relatable, dude. Honestly. Like, I can't even lie. When he's like tweaking out in
the
bed,
bed. Yeah.
and he's rocking back and forth in the chair.
Looks like he's like withdrawing from alcohol or something.
Yeah, it's like just the levels of insanity.
Yeah.
And I forget how insane it gets at points, especially
Yeah.
with like the physical humor. That
Like
scene
what-
in the restaurant
Or
where
in the cafe
they're
with the chairs.
in the cafe, all of a sudden he starts like launching chairs and shit.
The chefs like come from the back and like tackle him on the floor.
Yeah, it's like it's one of those things where you're like, what the fuck's going on right
Yeah.
now? But I forgot about like how physical physical humor plays a part in it.
Yeah.
Or you know, and yeah, it works in that way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like when you go through a breakup, especially like this is supposed to be a divorce, and I know the director wrote the script
While
he was going through a divorce.
Yeah.
So it's all of his sort of emotions put into the script and into these characters. And it really works. It's like, it's crazy because it's so over the top, but yet if you've been through something like this, you can kind of relate to these characters and to what's going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's like just aside from all the horror stuff, because I think the horror stuff is really good too.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
I think you were right on the money with the point that it's at the end of the day it's more just a movie about a relationship than anything else, and that's to the movie's strength. I mean, obviously, like the horror stuff is good, but like watching Sam Neill and again, I don't want Isabella Anjani's character like kind of go through this dance of like, you know, she keeps coming in his life and then coming out and like, you know, being kind of manipulative to the kid and stuff like that. And I feel like it's very true for how like divorces in real life go. They're sometimes messy and other people get involved. Like there's the guy that's having the affair with her, that like little German dude.
Yeah.
That he's actually mad.
That scene between him and Sam Neill is good. It's
like
funny.
where they fight.
Yeah, where they fight.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like you're saying, we were going back and forth on it, but just it shows like the extremes of going through a breakup when, you know, pushing everything to the highest possible level and, you know, sort of questioning everything and what is she doing, who is she seeing, and, you know, I think it's pretty accurate to an extreme level, you know.
Yeah.
So
I also wanted to mention the score is fucking amazing. I really like the score in this movie. And there's a lot of really cool camera work as well. Like, there's a lot of, like, dialogue scenes where they'll just kind of rotate around the room. And just, like, I don't know, them in the cafe, the way that things are set up, or the walls and things like that. Like, you could tell, like, the people that made this, like, care.
Yeah. A lot of shots are framed very well.
Yeah.
And, yeah, like you said, the score I thought was very spooky. I thought it was really good. Big fan of it. This was filmed in West Berlin, apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't
so
know
he's supposed to be a spy during the Cold War, and he's working for the Germans, like trying to like de-escalate stuff in Russia, and that's why they keep, as the movie's going on, they keep trying to get him to go back to do more missions for his Germany, and he just kind of that's like kind of a side plot that he doesn't want to go back. I feel like they've mentioned like the stress of like living in Cold War Germany because they were afraid of like, you know, you didn't know what was going to happen if people were going to get bombed and things like that. So the stress of that does play a factor in the divorce and why the divorce is so, like, over the top and eccentric. It's just kind of like them, like, almost like releasing that stress of living under that constant fear for so long, which I thought was really interesting.
I didn't even think about that or know that, really. I wasn't aware of, like, kind of the political aspect of it.
That's why, like, when I'm sure we'll talk about this a little bit. But, like, with the they want to do a remake, I feel like that core political element plays a large role. Like, I don't know if that would work if the movie took place, like, in America or something like that.
Yeah. I would assume the remake would probably take place
in Germany.
And probably would take place in the same time period. I mean, you never know. They could try to switch it up and do, like, a modern-day version. Yeah. But, I also, like, just to transition over a little bit to more of the horror stuff, I thought that the movie's not really scary. There are some cool body horror things, like especially the creature and the subway like subway like miscarriage scene.
There's cool scenes with the buzzer too.
Yeah, when she cuts herself. Just fucking disgusting, man. Really nasty stuff. Yeah. That creature.
Yeah, I like how every time you see it looks different. There's like a different, like the first time you see it, he's got like the super long like face.
Yeah, it looks weird as fuck. Yeah, and then eventually it morphs into like the Sam Neill copy thing. There was another thing that I don't really necessarily know the meaning of it, but each of the characters sort of has like a clone of themselves. Like Sam Neill's the teacher at the school.
Oh yeah, it's played by the same actor.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be his wife, and then he obviously is. His clone would be that creature eventually. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I really appreciated the practical effects, and I thought they looked really cool. Did you have a favorite scene?
I mean, I really like the the miscarriage scene. I feel like that's a pretty easy pick. I also enjoy a lot of the scenes of like them just interacting on the phone, of like him trying to figure out like what she's doing, what's going on. I enjoyed those scenes as well, but I feel like it's the miscarriage scene is like the biggest takeaway.
Yeah, I agree. I think that subway miscarriage scene is just that when you think of this movie, you think of that scene, and it's just done so well. It's such a great performance. It's disgusting. It's fucking all over the place. It's,
dude. All different fucking colors and whatever the fuck. Yeah, it's
and just screaming. She screams for like 20 minutes straight. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Jeez.
I'm really curious to see with this, like, the remake, how they're gonna... because Pattinson is attached to produce and potentially act. Because I could totally see him playing Sam Neill's character. Like he's like a little fucking weirdo in the movie. Like it's perfect. Like he loves these roles. But it's gonna be hard to cast the girl. I mean, my mind immediately goes to Mia Goth and Lily Rose Depp, and then Neil Tiger Free.
Yeah, Nell Tiger Free. I feel like that might be too similar of a role. Yeah. She could do it though. Yeah, she could do it.
I feel like Depp though is like, because she's a French. She also has a French background, like this actress did. So I feel like that's like a big. They're gonna want like a kind of European woman for it.
Yeah, I feel like we should probably get casting news somewhat soon. It depends how busy Pattinson is.
I don't know. All we've heard was that they were gonna do it, and then we haven't heard anything since then.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because he hasn't announced his next. Because he did Smile 2, but then he hasn't announced what he's going to do next.
Yeah. I guess it'll probably be this. I mean, unless they do Smile 3.
Smile 3. Or like a Smile prequel or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Favorite character?
I mean, it's kind of hard not to pick... was Anna, right? Her name is?
Let me just make sure. Yeah, Anna and Helen. But yeah,
Helen's the teacher, I think, right?
Yeah.
So have you seen any of this director's other movies?
No, but apparently this is only English language.
This is only English language movie?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. They're all in Polish, the other ones?
I believe so.
Like, I know there's another one he has, like, on the Silver Globe that apparently is very good.
Yeah, I'm looking on letterboxd. These all have high ratings.
It's like something about, like, that's supposed to be like a fucking like fantasy like epic, I think, or something like that.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I know you said it's hard to not pick Anna, but I thought Sam Neill as Mark. He was my favorite character in the movie.
Yeah. I
don't know why. I related to him in a weird way, and I thought that Sam Neill was great, and it's not something that I'm really used to seeing him in.
Yeah. Like, he was really young when he did this.
Yeah, he was very young. I'm used to like a Jurassic Park kind of thing. Because this came out in like the early 80s, right?
Yeah, 81.
81, and then Jurassic Park was like 97 or something.
Yeah. So this like it's probably one of his first roles.
Or no, 93. So yeah, this Jurassic Park is 12 years after. So.
And now we finally made it with Godzilla X Kong.
Yeah.
He's actually playing Space Godzilla.
The plot twist. Yeah. That would be sick. Yeah. No. I enjoyed his character the most.
This is completely random, but we didn't mention this in the movie news.
What?
About like the Godzilla -1 sequel is like officially moving forward. But
let's do our let's rate this first.
Yeah,
we'll circle back to that. Unless you have anything else to say. I mean, it was a quick discussion, but like,
I think we covered it pretty well.
Yeah. So you can rate it first.
So I gave it a 4.5, a 9 out of 10. This is the second time I've seen it. It holds up just as well. Honestly, I like it a little bit more this time. I feel like because the first time I watched it, there's like little technical things I didn't pick up on. But I know it's not necessarily scary, but it's probably one of my favorite horror movies and probably my favorite international film ever made. I really love this movie. As it comes down to.
I agree with you in terms of liking it more the second time I watched it, because this is my second viewing. I give it a 4 stars, 8 out of 10. I think it has one of the best performances by a female lead in maybe any movie, definitely in a horror movie. Just completely immersing herself into the character and really not being afraid to just fully go all in for all her scenes. You have one of the most famous and most disgusting scenes in any movie with that subway miscarriage scene, which we talked about. And yeah, it's just very well made. You know, there's lots of technical marvels in the movie. You have like the score, you have great shots, and I like the setting. Sam Neill's also great. The only thing is, I think it might be a little bit too long, in my opinion. I think.
Yeah, it could be cut like 15 minutes from it, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the second or the third act of the movie really sort of slows down a little bit, and I don't know. It just dragged a little bit at the end for me. I caught myself looking like, damn, there's still an hour left, you know. Yeah. But overall, I think it's very great. I'm interested to see how they attempt to remake this, because that's in the works.
It's gonna be tough, man. I'm not really, I love Pattinson though, so we'll see.
Yeah, but all right. Thanks for the rec.
Thanks. You got
so
rec,
you wanna? Yeah, you want to just quickly touch on that Godzilla thing?
Yeah, so it was announced actually today that Godzilla, the Toho brand, that is gonna like spend a lot of money to try to grow the Godzilla brand, which is kind of a crazy statement because like grow the Godzilla brand, like it's not like a fucking international, like I don't know, but so they announced that the Godzilla -1 sequel, which we talked about that on here, right?
Yeah, we've definitely discussed that before.
Which was arguably like the best Godzilla movie ever made. They're gonna make a sequel, which I'm really excited. Probably gonna have King Ghidorah in it. I feel like the directors mentioned that that's his favorite Godzilla movie ever is the original Godzilla versus King Ghidorah. It seems like that's like the natural progression for the movie. There's also like that scene at the end where there's like that like kind of tumor of him growing. So it's like
Yeah.
assumed. And there's also that thing with the girl too, with like the thing on her neck.
Is there anything off limits for them in terms of like
Toho?
who they can use?
No, because it's Toho. It's not Warner Brothers. That's like a permission from them.
Yeah.
It would be like Marvel making a movie about like a comic book, and like they could just pull whatever,
Yeah. It's exciting.
Yeah, so, and then like they're announced they're gonna do like they're developing like a game for like PS5 and Xbox. Like they're gonna do other collabs and stuff. I mean, I love Godzilla, so I'm always excited to see more of my favorite lizard.
Yeah, I mean they just did Fortnite, so
Yeah. My ass fucking bought the Kong, Mecha Godzilla, and Godzilla.
Classic.
Well, Godzilla was free, but
Yeah. All right. So yeah, before I give my rec, there are 2 questions that we got from you guys.
Nice.
So let's answer them quickly. It's our Q&A sec. So this is from @EricThorpeReviews on Instagram. He asked us, "Why are movies people decide to make into events getting worse? Are people getting dumber?"
What do you say?
You want me to read that again? Why are movies people decide to make into events getting worse? Are people getting dumber? I think he's referring to Minecraft.
Well, if you will listen all the way through the podcast, Minecraft is not as dumb as you think it is.
Yep.
So,
But I see what you're saying a little bit. Event movies, definitely. If you think about event movies, the original, I mean,
Avengers.
Jaws is an event movie, sure. Well, that's like the summer blockbuster, I guess.
Yeah,
but
I feel like Avengers.
You probably mean more of like the Avengers, Avengers Infinity War, stuff like that were actually like good.
Yeah.
Compared to something like Minecraft. I don't know if people are getting dumber. I think this is like just a one-off kind of thing.
What were you, I mean, not to be that guy, but what were you expecting from a Minecraft movie? Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Like,
no, I mean it's a fair question.
I get it, yeah, but like if Avengers came out and like it was ass, I'd be like, all right, like you got a fair point. This is like it's Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever.
I mean,
thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you for the question. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, we'll see what's the next like event movie. Because yeah, obviously throwing fucking slushies at the screen and bringing chickens into the theater is pretty dumb. Yes.
Well, dude, I'm calling it right now. You guys could quote me. What's today? The 5th, April 15th, 2025. We will have a Fortnite movie. 1,000%. There's no shot they're not doing a Fortnite movie now.
It's happening.
Like, bro, can you like? I feel like the shit like people yelling like Jonesy and like all that. Like I feel like that's gonna be
Jug.
Yeah, like bro, can you imagine that?
Like yeah, no, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. They'll make that into an event for sure. Because the last one was like Minions before this. So. All right.
We got a couple event movies this year actually.
Yeah.
4.
4. Which 4?
The Superman, Fantastic Four.
Okay, yeah.
Jurassic Park, and I'd say Wicked too.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Low-key felt like when we went, it felt like an Avengers movie.
Yeah.
But.
No. All right, next question. Thank you for the question, by the way.
Yeah, thanks again.
Next question from @Anton_KinoLove on Instagram. He says, "What's your favorite movie with James Momoa?" I think he meant to say Jason Momoa. But thank you for the question.
Thanks.
I want to pull up his filmography to make sure I'm not missing anything. I do want to say Aquaman.
I can't say Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's great as whatever the fuck his name
Khaleesi?
is. Oh, dude, easy one, Dune.
Oh yeah, Dune. Yeah,
I forgot he's in Dune. Yeah,
he's in Dune.
yeah, he's great in Dune. That's my favorite. Maybe not my favorite performance of his. I do like him a lot as Aquaman,
Yeah.
but my favorite movie of his, yeah, I would say Dune for sure.
I'm gonna imagine I was like, yeah, the Fast and Furious when he was the villain.
Yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah.
Or Minecraft. He's not bad in
good
Minecraft, man.
I feel like his Lobo is gonna be very good.
Yeah, that's something to look forward to for sure.
Yeah.
I don't really know how good he is as an actor, honestly. I feel like I know he's in a couple. Obviously, he's good in Game of Thrones. There's that other show called like C on Apple TV.
Oh, for Apple, yeah.
That like maybe he's good in.
Yeah.
But in terms of like his movie roles, he doesn't really show that much range. But
yeah,
he's definitely good in. Yeah, he's good in Dune. I like Dune. I like him as Aquaman too. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure. And I'm sure he's gonna be good as Lobo as well.
Yeah. That was your answer as well, Joe.
Yeah, probably Dune.
He's also coming back for Dune 3.
3, yeah, which I haven't.
Yeah.
He said like if you read the book, you know what I mean. So.
Yeah. Sure. So, all right. Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
But now I guess I'll give my movie rec. And since we talked about Possession this episode, I wanted to lighten things up, and I want to recommend a movie that I've been wanting to rewatch. My favorite animated movie ever, Ratatouille.
That's a good pick actually. I've been wanting to rewatch Ratatouille.
I own it on 4K.
All right, bet.
I'm excited. I mean, it's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but still, it's nice to.
There's only a couple real Ratatouille lovers left, and I'm one of them. So.
Did I ever get you? I remember one time I went to Disney and I went to look. They have like the little fucking, like it's like a magnet thing, and you put like the magnet onto the sheet, and, like. But they sold out when I went. I was gonna get you one.
Damn, no, that would have been sick. I could have actually wore it next episode.
Yeah, look, I'm sure you could find it somewhere.
Look, bro, I could have. Yeah, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
I could have tossed him up here. Maybe I'll get a chef hat for next episode.
Yeah, look, I'm sure you could fucking find it, or like, actually, the Disney store in Times Square maybe has it.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess next episode we'll talk about Sinners.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Ratatouille. I think we might have a guest next episode.
We're gonna try, yeah.
It's not set in stone, but we do want to start having more guests on here just to spice things up. So we're gonna try.
I want to try to see if we can that The Ugly Stepsister, that Cinderella like body horror movie.
Yeah. That's releasing very limited. I think it's only in AMC Times Square.
Really? No.
I checked. Yeah, at least for AMC.
It's the 28th, I think, right?
I believe so. I'm just gonna look really quick at what's coming out. Just give me 1 second here. So we got Sinners, and then next week is The Accountant 2 after Sinners. So I don't really have interest in that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
On Swift Horses also. I don't know if you've seen anything about that.
No.
That looks pretty good. And then apparently the Cronenberg.
Oh shit! Yeah. All right. So maybe we'll do that.
We'll try, but the only thing is, if we have a guest, it might be hard to get them.
Yeah. I mean, we could always just.
We'll figure it out.
That.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
You know.
But, anyways, thanks everyone so much for listening.
Thank you
if you're still here, we really appreciate you. Please leave us a like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, all those nice things.
All that jazz.
And yeah, we really appreciate you guys. So
thank you guys
thanks for listening, and we'll be back in 2 weeks. Make sure to go watch Ratatouille.
Yeah. Peace.